I'm done.
All right, we're gonna go live now. Everybody ready?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
My motherfucking tablet is on charge.
Yo, man, I'm weak.
My printer still ain't hooked
You
up.
seen that picture I tweeted out?
Printer. Which one, Prof?
Just now, Prof? What happened?
No, talking about the one I tweeted out last night.
Bro, on 2K?
No, on LeBron.
Oh yeah, standing over.
I did that because I know niggas is gonna get pissed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I did that for reactions.
That was funny.
Niggas is mad, be like niggas definitely sent me crazy messages.
Especially when I saw Kobe in that thing.
Yeah, it was Kobe Jordan.
Oh, I know which one you talking about.
Yeah,
I seen that.
That shit was
like, are you
hilarious.
serious? You don't fucking watch basketball. That shit was funny. Now you talking about the shit I did on them niggas pro-am. Yeah, that shit was petty.
Bro,
That shit was ridiculous,
destroyed
yo.
that dude, bro.
That shit was
I seen
petty.
that score. I was like, stop, bro.
58.
Stop.
I told him, I was like, look, I just want to have more points than they got points. Because I had 17 and they had 17 at halftime. So I was like, yo, let me just keep getting this rock real quick. Like, and then they just.
Bro, you destroyed that. Whoever your opponent was, yo, bro, goddamn.
Do nothing about it. That's what happens when you, like, that's the shit that I like. I love exploiting niggas like that. There's no way
Wow,
a small
did he
forward
foul
should
out?
be at power
Was he
forward.
going? Like he was going. He got ejected, right?
No, he wasn't. He was still in. I don't know how.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how. But,
All right.
like that's the shit that bothers me. Like that type of shit should happen way more often. Like when niggas pick point guards or shooting guards and they're at the four, like should easily be able to destroy them niggas like that.
Sorry, I'm laughing. Somebody said Nick like designer, yo.
Ever since he came out, people always said that. So it's funny. People either call me Chris Rock, the bed intruder, or
yeah,
or
Antoine Dodson.
Head intruder.
Antoine Dodson, bro.
Yeah, hide your kids, hide your wife. Yeah, that dude. And,
Hey, but you know who that is, bro?
Who?
The Antoine. You know who Antoine Dodson is.
Give me something that he did. I'm not good with names.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Oh yes.
I'm about to say,
I thought that was your big bro, son. He looked exactly like you, yo.
Obviously.
Yeah. There's a rapist. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. GMG episode 125.
Let's get it.
Whole squad is back. Larry's back. Mr. Dino Bice is here with the laptop on the bed set up, though. That shit is crazy. All right, let's go ahead and get the show intros out the way, and then we'll talk about whatever we got. It's a slow week, so we might have a little bit of a shorter show. But let's go ahead and get the intros. We'll start with Nick. Go.
All right. Hey everybody. I'm happy to be back here. It's always good to see the whole community come together and talk about games and everything. So hope we have a good show today.
Okay, and what's this about this Drake being better than Tupac, sir?
Oh, what? Oh, God. I'm not here to talk. Yeah, I'm here to talk about these games.
Okay. Okay, I just go on Nick's Twitter. He said it.
He got blocked for that, by the way.
Yeah. So, all right, swing it over to Larry Barry, who has been renamed Larry. Go.
What up, though, fellas? It's your boy. Let's talk games. Let's do it. Show love to the channel. Everybody that has shown love so far, I definitely thank you. Let's get it in. I'm pumped.
All right. Ricky.
Always when there's a train passing, yo.
I don't
what's
know.
going on, everybody? So, that's why my mic be muted, man. Now, what's going on, everybody? Glad to have Barry and Nick here this week. We got a couple good news. Not sure who's gonna be live streaming after. I might with the 2K, but y'all just let me know. God damn! All right, we in this, yo.
He said we out of here though. Ready to leave already.
I'm done.
All right, Abel.
Yo, shout out to everybody. We're here. Shout out to my boy Nick. We got Barry coming back. Thank you, boys, for coming through. Prof is back. What's up, Prof? Thank you for coming through as always. And yeah, guys, make sure you like the video. Let them know that we're out here talking games, having fun. Let's get this done.
All right. Returning after a couple weeks off, UTX The Prophecy.
If one more label try to
It's gonna be some good hell.
You know what? Let me stop it.
I'm about to say we about to
a
get
whole
claimed.
motherfucking song, B.
Right? Jay's like, you better cut that shit.
So
More than a man,
give
I'm a
us-
god.
Yeah, all right, 16 seconds, right? That's where they start. After that, they might get you. All right.
Right.
So, first things first. What do you want to do, deals, or we gonna do fan mail?
Deals.
Let's get deals out the
Let's
way.
do
Deals
deals.
out the way.
Let's do
Yeah,
the
let's get
deals.
Light it up, people.
Let's
Get the
not
deals out
Oh,
All
right.
Let's not run through the deals a little too fast, though, Abel. Let's go.
I am running through the 6, bro. Here we go.
I'm
Here we
not
go.
rushing to claim 36.99.
All right, guys. So highlight games for this past Tuesday, being July 26th, that have released for this week is Among the Sleep. It has come to the PlayStation 4. If you do not know, it's like a scary type of jump scare type of game that was on Steam. Now it has come to the PlayStation 4, so check that out. Also releasing on the PlayStation 4, we have Fairy Fencer F, Avenant Dark Force upon the PlayStation 4. So also be sure to check that out. And on Steam, Mac, and PC, we have We Happy Few in early access that has come out. That's $32 and some change. So you guys could check that out if you care to do so. Now hopping into the deals, we have BundleStars.com. This is the Indie Legends 4 bundle, guys. Last couple of weeks ago, I would say like 4 weeks ago, they did the Indie Legends 3 bundle. You could get 8 indie titles for $3.50. Plus, you can get a 10% discount code, which you could apply to any game throughout the store or apply it to any deal throughout the store. Also, via BundleStars.com, they have the Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon bundle there. You receive the game and 6 DLCs for $19, guys, and that's a value of $65.93. So if you're a Warhammer fan, there it is. There's something for you that you can enjoy. Xbox Live Games with Gold for the month of August is as follows. You have on Xbox One, you have WWE 2K16, which has a value of $39.99. Also, you have Warriors Ultimate 3, that's valued at $60. Those two are free titles for the month of August for Xbox One. Now, hopping into Xbox 360, you have Splunky, which is valued at $19.99, and also Beyond Good and Evil HD, that is valued at $14.99. That is free for the Xbox 360. Also, Microsoft has now lowered the price of the Xbox One from $79 to $250. They are trying to usher in the new Xbox One console, being the Xbox One Slim. So if you care to look for a Xbox One, now is the time. There's probably better deals out there, guys, but I'm just announcing here that they are lowering the price officially headed into the release of the Xbox One Slim. So look out for that. PlayStation Plus free games for the month of August is as follows. You have Tricky Towers for the PlayStation 4, Rebel Galaxy for the PlayStation 4, Yakuza for the PlayStation 3, Retrograde for the PS3, Papaton 3 for the PlayStation Vita, also Ultron for the PlayStation Vita and PS3 and PlayStation 4. Now, here's the biggest, I have to say the best for last, Humble Bundle, guys. Last week we were out. And this deal is still continuing. So I'm not going to break it down to the price tier because I know y'all don't want to hear that shit. I'm just going to give you the whole picture here. So for $15, this is what you can get for a Humble Bundle right now, guys.
$15 total.
$15. Now listen here, guys. You won't get this no place else. Darkness 2, Spec Ops: The Line, Duke Nukem Forever, Civilization 5, NBA 2K16, Mafia 2 Director's Cut Deluxe Edition, Battleborn Starter Skin Pack, if you care about that, Freedom Force versus the Third Reich, the Bureau XCOM Declassified, Railroad Tycoon 3, Battleborn in-game currency, and Borderlands the pre-sequel.
For $15.
$15.
Total.
And I'm not going to say that again.
All those games.
That's huge, guys. $15. This
You got links?
last
You
thing
got the link for it? So
yeah, the links are all down in the description, guys, as always. So, guys, if $15, please do not miss this. 6 days left on this deal. 6 days left on this deal, guys. So please, $15, help yourself out on PC, man. It's going down. So that's all the deals for this week, guys. Enjoy.
Alright. Yeah, yo. If you're on PC, humblebundle.com, man. Every month you got to check their site. Every month. Go ahead, Nick. I know you was about to say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's big deal, bro.
I just be confused with their site. Like when I want to buy it, like I feel like I can only buy one. I'm confused like whenever I'm on this shit.
No,
but
there's tiers. So if you get the first tier, it's like $4. If you get the second tier, it's like $8, but you get everything in the first tier and the second tier. You get the third tier, it's $15, but you get everything in tier 2.
Yep.
So
I might just buy. I'm gonna buy this shit right now. So that's what I'm saying. How do I even click it to buy it? I just gotta click on one of the.
I think it's
no. Pay. You click on pay what you want. It says pay what you want, and then once you pay that $15, it unlocks it, and then it just gives you everything that you paid with $15.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They'll send you a Steam key, and when you put it in on Steam, it'll download each individual game.
There you go. And guys, in all this
collection from there.
And all this is redeemable via Steam. Keep that in mind, guys.
Yeah, same on consoles.
Yes, not on consoles.
Hey,
not at all.
I never banned anybody during the podcast. That's the mods out there doing what they do. I can't really control that. Sorry.
What?
Nah, because sometimes people think if they got blocked on the show, it wasn't me. The mods is out here doing work. That's the extent of the law, baby. All right.
Right. That's up to them.
Yeah. All right. So, fan mail number 1. Mark Burton. Shout out to Mark Burton. We definitely blurred your email out. First week we was slipping. Okay. Mark says, given the recent success for mixed reality, referring to Pokemon Go's success in augmented reality and the enticing showing for virtual reality at E3, sound like this is a silver joystick sock account. What types of experiences would you guys like to see in the next realm of augmented virtual reality? Extra challenge. What type would you make? You could use any peripheral you want, but it has to be real, existing technology. No bugs and smooth performance. Ew.
My man's gave out.
I know. Yeah, I was close. Damn, Prof.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Come on, man.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was so close to saying that. I was hoping to go first.
Too late, nigga.
Wait. So, Prof, you said Yu-Gi-Oh. What would you want in there? Like you would do the whole duel right in front of you, like.
Yeah, facts, bars.
Okay.
Like
that would be hot.
Like you remember how back in the day in the Yu-Gi-Oh show they had like Kaiba had a little dual disc and shit. Like
yes,
I'm gonna need one of those. I'm gonna need if you remember the later one, he threw the little hologram machine down on the ground. The monsters popped up and they battled. That's what I need him like. B.
All right, so let me ask you this, Prophecy. What device would it be playable
on? VR. I mean, it would have to be mobile, and that's it. Like PC, obviously.
I think that'd be really good though, because there's tournaments for Yu-Gi-Oh still going on today, so I know that'd be big. They actually make a lot of money off that.
You know what? I take that back. Maybe just mobile, not necessarily VR, because VR will kind of kill the whole point of it. Like, I'm sure they can actually make a Yu-Gi-Oh game on VR. But you don't have to go outside and do anything. Like I'm actually talking about similar Pokemon Go, but with Yu-Gi-Oh.
I'm gonna say Kingdom Hearts. Maybe it'll be co-op, and you would have to be in certain parts of the city to be able to go to certain worlds, just like Pokemon Go, but you're just not capturing anything as far as monsters. That's about the best I could come up with.
Okay.
That's a tough question.
Yeah, that's a great question. By the way, yo, if y'all in here, tweet out the stream for us, man. We trying to bring some more people in here to get to the show.
Yes, please, and like the video, guys. Please let them know. Let them know. And wait. So the question here, guys, can you make up a game too, or does it has to be an existing IP?
I believe maybe an existing IP to make it fair.
I would make it exist.
Okay. All right. So
no, not SOCOM.
No.
Oh man.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go with SWAT. I'm gonna go with SWAT 1. Just with a story that has cause and effect. So if you do a mission this way, the cause would be something else happens down the road to transpire, the story going a different route. Just like a hostage situation. So it's like in the sense of like how you had Siphon Filter with some missions, and then you have to escort somebody in this one. I would just make it like that. Variation in tactical missions like that. So I would make it super gritty. And I would want it on upon the VR for PC and PlayStation 4. I wouldn't make it mobile.
You ain't trying to make no money. You ain't trying to make,
Oh.
you ain't trying to make no bread. Because I'm only saying that because, like, if we're going off basically Pokemon Go, you don't have to make it mobile exactly. But if you're
But how would you make that game Chase like mobile? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how would that experience, like, you do the hostage thing, like, you know what I'm saying, on a mobile? Like, would you think that would be good, guys?
No, I don't know if that would.
I mean, it wouldn't be as good as it would be on other systems.
Exactly.
It can still work out. Like the Call of Duty games on the cell phone and mobile aren't as good as. Well, I don't know. That
obviously not. They're not. They're not better.
Call of Duty's trash now, but they still make plenty of money, and it's a different variant of that set game. So
Halo Assault, that mobile game, makes hella bread.
Shit, NBA Live mobile is better than NBA Live 16. Like for real.
Hear that.
Damn, is that the truth?
Yeah, I'll be having mad fun playing this shit. Like,
I told people this already, man. They don't want to listen. I said NBA Live Mobile is actually pretty fun. That's fun and that's sad, but it is.
They got people over here sweating over pack openings in NBA Live on mobile.
Yeah, like that shit is real.
I wonder if it made back its money yet. But I mean, who wants to go next? You want to go next, Nick or Larry? I mean Barry. Wow.
I was in my mind. I was thinking NBA 2K, but I was trying to figure out like, cause like I don't play basketball with my phone on, so I'm trying to figure out how it would work. But I think that would be interesting if there was some way you could trying to like find a way to get the technology to work with that, and then like you could see who's the best player in like your city or something, you know, stuff like that. I feel like it would be interesting, but I feel like I don't see the technology that's like able to do something like that yet, though. That would be my choice, though.
Casual.
I'm
just fucking with
thinking
you.
of something.
I never say that to people. I'm just fucking with you.
He took Yu-Gi-Oh, so I had to think of something else.
Well,
I said that shit so fast that I knew everybody was gonna say
that. I had the delete button on UTI. I said, "Fuck, man." He just said,
Nick, you wouldn't want the basketball game to be VR at all, like any type of form of that.
Well, no.
I don't even know how you would do a VR basketball game.
It doesn't have to be VR.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about VR.
I wouldn't want to play a VR basketball game. I could play a real VR basketball game and go outside and play fucking basketball.
The way I was thinking is like, you know how like when you work out, you know, some people got the little strap to put their phone in and stuff like that. That's how I was thinking, or like have like some kind of device or meter that you could like hook up to yourself. But I'm just trying to figure out how I would know if you made a shot or not. That's the part I'm still
right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
sound kind of hot.
Yeah, Barry, you go. Barry, I go last.
I got one. So I would say Digimon. Let's do Digimon. Kind of like how they
that game too.
Kind of like how they did Tamagotchi. Kind of like you have your personal Digimon and kind of raise them. I'm not really a big fan of Digimon. So I'm not too sure how it goes, but I know it's kind of different than Pokemon. Or we can do Assassin's Creed because we can just jump off buildings.
Parkouring and shit.
But yeah, Digimon. I think Digimon would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to piggyback off a prop. I'm sorry, I gotta put in.
Can't do that, bro. Can't do that.
I can't, yo.
Can't do that.
I can't. For real?
Yeah, just go ahead and say Dragon Ball Z go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Dragon Ball Z or maybe Dying Light. I would have to VR the shit out of Dying, like a game like Dying Light. Probably like crafting or something. I would have to do it, but still gonna go, man. Come on, I can't say nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Whatever, yo.
You know what actually might be kind of lit?
What?
But it would have to be. Damn, I don't know how that would work.
What,
no. You know what? It could be lit. Mario Kart, right? And like you actually go to like a race, like a little mini racetracks, and they got the VR hooked up to it, and you actually drive around, and then that
could be something, Prof. That could be. Would you do the like a real steering wheel, or would you just go virtual hand movement left, right?
No, I'm talking about like you actually in a real like a cart. Like you go to like like Six Flags or something like that, and they got carts and shit, and you actually put the VR on your head and you actually drive around like bumper cars, but you got the VR on, so it's Mario Kart.
What if the VR freezes on you and you accidentally crash?
You take the shit. You don't get hurt. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get hurt.
I'm trying to play something at home though. Like I thought you meant Mario Kart in your crowd. Like yo, that shit.
No, I'm actually talking about going to like.
Oh shit, you trying to travel?
All right, so once again, shout out to Mark Burton. Thank you very, very much. He left us some articles about Oculus. Actually, he has Yu-Gi-Oh! On here for HoloLens. All right, let's go to our next question. Patrick Frimpong. Okay, shout out to you, Patrick. For real? First of all, I want to say congratulations on you on your continued success, and I hope y'all keep grinding. I want to say thank you. Come on, man. You're welcome. I put him on the NFL Street squad. Okay. Anyway, for my question, we all play games that had a hard-ass boss level that made you want to break something in your house. Definitely. My question is, what was the hardest boss level in a video game that you played against, that as soon as you beat him or her, you started to rejoice and sing? That's a good question. This should be a fairly quick answer for everybody. So basically, what's the hardest boss fight that you've basically ever had, that you beat? Because some of those bosses I just never beat, especially on like Sega and stuff.
I guess I'll go first.
All right, no.
I think I have about like 3. I think one of them will be the in the first Devil May Cry. That one was hard as fuck because you had to like fight him twice, and then on ground and then in the air. The second would have to be the last boss on Dark Souls, and then I think the third one would have to be the last boss in Dragon Quest VIII, because those are my 3.
What was their names though?
What was their names? Shit, I don't know at this point in time. I don't know at this point in time.
No, come on, man.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm
just fucking with you.
Yeah, I played these games about like maybe 5 years, like way before I was even in high school. So I just know it took me forever to fight them. I know the last dude for a fact in Devil May Cry, he was like a god or like my father or something. It was something like that. And then in Dragon Quest VIII, it was this big ass. I don't remember his name. I just know it was this big ass like mutant or something. And since it was turn based, like you had to make sure like you had the right buffs on your character and then use like the right attack and shit, and then you had to power yourself up. Like, it took me a long time, and then when I finally completed it, like I was just happy as fuck. That's all I remember.
Okay. Hey Barry, I know you was ready to go before somebody take your answer. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't think nobody gonna take mine. So I start with my second one, my second hardest and my first hardest. So the second hardest that I can think of right now is, have y'all ever played? I forgot. I don't know how to say it. It's Rosogun or something. It was free on. Yeah, that last. I don't know what it was, but that last stage, I cannot beat that for a minute.
I agree with you.
But my first definitely that I played, I can say that I can remember offhand. Y'all have any of y'all played Metal Gear Revengeance?
No, I didn't.
Bro, the last boss. Man, no, it's not, bro. Stop. Again, it's not ass, yo. It was too short. That was the only thing about it. It was too short
enough.
But the last boss on that joint, yo, his name was Senator Armstrong, bro. Literally, man, I was on YouTube trying to figure out how to beat this nigga, yo, and it took me a good like 3-4 hours to beat this nigga, dog.
Let me think. Oh my god. Oh, this would be easy. I don't know if it's the hardest, but Kingdom Hearts Proud Mode Sephiroth
I hate you.
Was out of fucking control, yo. That took me a long time to beat him. When I finally beat him, boy, my life was complete. That's my answer. And Ricky, I hope I stole yours. Find something else. Matter of fact, it's your turn now. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, Proud Mode Cloud. When I had to fight him in the Coliseum, that bitch was hard as shit too. Yo, Cloud, Cloud wasn't hard when he all of a sudden like teleported behind you and hit you with that.
He was hard.
He was hard as shit. But if it's not him, I would. Damn, yo, I forgot the next game.
What about
another game?
Shao Kahn on Mortal Kombat MK9, yo?
I'm not gonna lie, I actually quit that
That was
game and then
easy.
had to go back to it months later. I ain't gonna lie. I went back to that
easy.
game.
What?
You found that shit easy? I'm not good with Street Fighter, bro. So it actually took me a month because I quit that game. So I said fuck it, went back to it, and then finally beat him. Son, I was like, I'm not even gonna play that game no more. That shit was so difficult. I forgot the other game though, man. I just had it in my mind too. I'll come back to it though. But yeah, it would have to be either Cloud and what Chase and Sephiroth. That was difficult as shit. Proud mode is no joke, y'all. It took me, I swear to God, because I was like, what, 11 when I played that game? It took me like 6 months to beat him. Back on and off, on and off. I was trash at that game, yo. Terrible.
I got Abel.
All right. In recent memory, I have to say there was a segment in the Order 1886 where you were in a crypt. There's a part where you were in a crypt and you had to like go through the crypt and verse all these AI guys. But for whatever reason, it seemed like they just kept coming in, and that shit was like crazy hard. And then also on Batman Ark Asylum, there was a part where you had a verse, what was it? Poison Ivy, and she had these like dudes come up on the ledge or whatever, and then you had to like, and I didn't figure this shit out till later. Like you had to like zigzag to like get to her and actually dodge these like venomous poison balls or whatever, and that shit was super hard for me. I actually had to take a time out and be like, damn, how do I beat this? I couldn't figure that shit out. And yeah, that's it in recent memory.
All right, Propsy, you gonna hit us with the Bloodborne joint?
Yeah, I was gonna say the full Bloodborne cast be like. Hold on, I'm gonna be for real, yo. Like, and if you, this gonna show our age, but hey, fam, you couldn't beat that nigga Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Like,
I didn't know how many times I got the mic. I only got to him a couple times, bro.
that nigga was damn near impossible.
You know it's hard when you can put a code in to get straight to the final boss and still never beat it, yo.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm gonna be honest. Like back in the day on Street Fighter, like probably 2, that nigga Bison was harder than a bit. Like I could not beat that nigga.
He was hard,
life.
yeah.
And there's this chick named Alma on Ninja Gaiden. And she did everything. Be like she was shooting fireballs, flew in the air. Like she was OP. Like those are probably the 3 hardest.
I mean, there's a lot of hard. Like that's a great question, but I think all of us could probably narrow it down to probably like 8 bosses. That was
what about my man's from Smash Bros? The not the hand, but the
actually beating him.
Not the hand, but the metal Mario. Like that nigga was no joke.
Oh, hey yo, speaking of that, have y'all ever did like the event matches on the GameCube joint?
Sure.
It was the last one. You had to fight Mewtwo, Ganondorf. It was Mewtwo, Ganondorf, and it was like I think his name was Geiger Bowser, and like all of them was like straight like maxed out. They had like you had to beat them like they all had 5 lives and you had like 2. That shit was so hard.
Yo, I don't care. I didn't have the Rhino, yo, and that Ratchet & Clank final boss fucked me up, yo. My stream saw me playing that shit for 3 hours trying to kill that boss. I didn't have the Rhino unlocked.
The Rhino, that's it.
The bosses on Fury is hard as hell too. Like,
I heard that shit is difficult as hell.
Yeah, a lot of these dudes was pretty tough.
I was watching Prop stream that. I was like, God damn.
Hey,
what about Noah? What about Neo or Noah? Whatever that shit's called.
Oh, Neo's a bitch too, man.
I got one.
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say
no. Yeah, I was about to say the Neo. The thing about Neo that's interesting is like you get the verse like people that actually have the game. You get the verse their player, and if it's a good player, that shit is oh my god, it's a wrap. Oh. It's amazing. It's amazing. Then Neo's a good game. I can't wait till that comes out. But go ahead, Chase.
We eating sandwiches, man. Nick.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
What kind of fixings you got on that shit
though? It's cheese, Swiss cheese, American cheese, turkey, and some other stuff, some mayo, mustard.
I'll have mayo with mine, please. Undercover brother, how much mayo, bro?
Shit, I don't know. I mean, ain't that much, I guess. I don't know. And then I got the potato salad on the side. So what's up?
Hey, okay.
Yeah, hey.
Cool, man.
Yo, what about the boss in Def Jam Vendetta? Nigga Spider. Like, that nigga was hard as
I had a hard time with Ludacris.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of them dudes.
DMX was easy. Ludacris, I got fucking pooped. Fat Joe on Fight for NY. Fucking Isaac Frost from Fight Night.
Oh yeah, bitch ass dude.
Yo,
I've seen that, Walter.
So one hit in the first 3 rounds, you're done. Well, let's move on because we don't want to get too caught up. We'll be here all day going through bosses. But once again, shout out to Patrick Frimpong. Is that real? All right, Pat. We fuck with you, Patrick. Stop. Right, this is easy. All right, Craig Chisholm.
Chisholm?
Yeah.
Chew.
I'm a huge fan of the podcast. Chew. Thank you guys for coming through with it every week, except last week. I really like the second question. So last week, somebody asked Cashew. What was it?
Tolerant Cashew.
There we go. He asked if we felt like YouTube videos, walkthroughs, tip videos were actually taking away the fun out of gaming. So Craig is actually just responding and adding his 2 cents from last week. He said he felt like YouTube walkthroughs are having some kind of interaction with players' gaming experiences because he's a guy that also beats games on his own. He said he'll only seek help if it's been like 2 months and it still can't figure it out. He said he got stuck in Need for Speed and watched videos showing which cars were the best. I guess that's fair. But the problem that he has now is his favorite YouTubers are playing some of the games that he'll end up playing and he didn't even know I like. So he's referencing me playing Life is Strange. So I didn't even know I was going to like Life is Strange. I didn't know anybody was going to like it. That was one of my favorite series, the most popular series on my walkthrough channel. So he said he ended up watching mine, but when he played it on his own, he ended up making the same choices. So he just said
he was influenced.
YouTube does have a potential to shape the way some people play games. So that wasn't really a question, but if y'all send in emails, the email to the GMG address, you can send us. It doesn't have to be questions. If y'all just want to say some stuff or you got feedback or anything like that, feel free. So shout out to Craig. Let's move on to the last email. This thing is, let me expand this a little bit if I can. Last email is from Azuffy. Okay, my name is Christian, and I'm a new fan of the show. My question is, if you could choose a character from any game and place him or her into another game, what would it be? The character could keep the original clothes and weapons they have and convert that to whatever style of game you're moving to. He's actually going to move the characters from Gears of War 3 and put them in the Call of Duty campaign. He said if them motherfuckers could survive a war with glowies, he's pretty sure they can help any war from Call of Duty. That's a good question. Shout out to Azuffy again. If you could take a character from one game and put them in another, who would it be?
Nathan Drake and Laura Croft. Put them together, baby. I'll put them in one world.
I like that.
I'll do that.
I like that a lot, actually.
A huge exploration, yo. That shit'll be so lit. And it could be co-op too if you want to add that, because they're both huge characters.
That'd be dope, yo. That's day one. So damn lit. That's day 0.
That shit'll be so lit.
Let me think. That's a good question.
What about Sly Cooper?
Yeah, that is.
Oh, my bad.
See, but you're targeting like just similar games. I guess that'd be easier.
Yeah, I mean.
Damn, bruh.
I know this ain't my initial choice, but I know for a fact that I put Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in a Naruto game. That shit'll be lit.
Hey.
Shit.
We've seen games like this happen, though.
My shit would be something I've been begging for somebody to do forever, which hasn't been done. But it would be Dragon Ball Z or Naruto into Smite or a game like Paragon, and develop them inside those type of games.
Damn. Could they do that with Marvel Heroes?
Oh, you can do that. Oh, that would be dope. Like a DBZ or
basically a
MOBA, anime MOBA. That would be dope.
Bro, you know how fucking
I've been begging for that
forever.
They actually have it's not big over here really, but there's a Dragon Ball Z like MMO, and a lot of people play it. Actually, it's pretty lit.
Yeah, that's a good ass. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hold on. I want to go back to that Smite spin-off, like the DBZ and anime games, like in Smite.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
Especially with Naruto, because Naruto got the whole war thing anyway going on right now.
Yeah.
Like the fun thing is, I want to put Kratos in something, but I just can't think of what it would be.
Put Kratos in Dragon Ball Z.
No, all right. He was in Mortal Kombat, but as just a playable character.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to think. Like Kratos would be nice, and like I don't know.
I mean, I know they've done things like that for like Soul Calibur. Like they
always. You can put him in Smite low key for real shit.
He looks like a well fit character for Smite.
Yeah,
definitely.
He's damn near God shit.
I got it.
I mean, Well, which one?
Franklin and CJ. GTA.
Oh, but that's the same. Oh, okay. I mean, that's fair enough. If I said
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to.
That was
that's
just so
about,
fucking
that's
funny.
about to happen.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, there was a
GTA
few
BBC.
characters from the old GTA and GTA 5. I know Frank. I know what's the dude? Trevor.
He recorded Franklin, the voice actor of Franklin, recorded some shit for GTA 5. They just haven't released it yet. So that's more or less.
You mean
more
that's like an expansion
probability.
DLC with CJ?
Yeah, like that's
I hope
more or
so.
less more of a probability than a want.
Kratos and The Witcher would be fucking fire, yo. Shout out
That's
to
what I was
Witcher,
thinking,
That's
yo.
that.
I initially thought
Damn.
about that, but I was
That
like,
would be-
nah,
that would be fucking
he a god
amazing.
killer.
Yeah. Damn.
So if that's the case, can we include the female from Heavenly Sword or even Dante for Dante Inferno? Like Dante's Inferno, like all those characters together would be so fucking lit.
Yeah.
But like you said, Kratos and
That'd be
Witcher.
so much action,
What's
yo.
his name? What's the dude's name for Devil's May Cry?
Dante.
Dante's his name too.
Dante and
Prince of Persia.
Who's I thinking? Dante and somebody. Fuck it, forget it.
Hey, I got one.
Which one?
Let's do Shepard, Captain Shepard from Mass Effect, and Master Chief.
I think that'd be interesting. I think if there was a storyline behind that, I think that would be interesting.
So like have it where like you know what I'm saying, you have Shepard and you control him and you put him in like it's kind of a crossover joint where you put him in the Halo universe. Or you got into the Halo universe.
Trey said Franklin's trash.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. Put my nigga Sam Fisher and Solid Snake together. Like niggas been saying what's best and what's better. Let's put them two together in one game and see
Wait,
what's
are they switching roles or playing together? Like
the scenario, you would make the scenario.
Right.
Oh, all right, you make it.
Which is just moving one character from one game to another. I don't think they're switching. I think
they're not switching.
I think it's whatever you want. I love Snake though.
Wait, you said Snake. Okay. Sam Fisher.
Yeah, Sam Fisher's Splinter Cell.
Well, Snake before in Metal Gear 5 was Snake.
I think so many people have done videos about them being seeing who's better. They always say Snake wins.
Oh man. You know what game did it very well too? Kingdom Hearts. Remember they included Disney with fucking Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
That shit ended up being a dope mix.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the only one I liked too.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the news. Anybody got any last words in regards to fan mail?
No. Good questions though. We appreciate them, man. Make sure
definitely good questions.
Send us more emails, man. gmgfanmail at gmail.com, yo.
Yeah.
It's actually something I wanted to say about that second one or the one before this one. How he was saying like pretty much when you watch the walkthroughs, it kind of ruin like the experience or his thoughts or influence him. Like how I do it is I pretty much like if it's a certain game that I know I want to play or I know I'm interested in, I just won't watch the walkthrough for it. Like I just won't watch it until after I play the game for myself.
Yep.
Like something like Life is Strange, especially something like that because it's kind of like you literally it's kind of like your own story. Like you make your own decisions. So watching somebody else's decisions obviously are going to deter you in the decisions that you make. So.
Yo, that nigga said put Joe Budden in Temple Run. Yo, that's hilarious.
I think there's a meme in that shit, yo.
It is.
That's hilarious. Or put his ass in Sonic the Hedgehog.
What am I saying? I don't know what fighting game this would be, but I would take Joel from The Last of Us and put him in a fighting game. Not in the sense of like a Sony All-Star. What's the All-Star game that they did?
Sony
All-Star.
You want to put him in a Super Smash Bros?
Yeah, I don't want him in a Super Smash. I want it to be like a mature setting. Like, you know what I mean? Like Super Smash, like that's too cartoony. I want it to be like more mature, like almost like a Mortal Kombat almost. But I don't want Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat?
Like something just gritty, just like
what would his moves be?
I don't know. Cry, empathy, and I don't know. I don't know what his moves would typically.
Is that?
No, that's not whack.
He said sympathy would be.
Nigga said, then he started to say cry, like he's gonna just cry.
Sympathy, cry, hold
I
hard.
don't know.
Nah.
I'm just thinking, I'm thinking like just putting them in like a mature type of fighter. Like I don't know what it would be, but it would be interesting.
I want to Spawn in like Mortal Kombat.
You know, real talk. I know I gave this game some flack, but I would like to see. I forgot his name because the game was kind of from Quantum Break, and maybe this dude from damn, what's his name from Infamous Second Son? Maybe them two do a game.
Delson,
yeah. That'd be kind of dope because they both got that similar ability.
Sympathy.
Yeah, but Delson can use other people's powers though. Sympathy. He said that was his special move. You know?
I was saying that trolling. I was just saying that trolling like sympathy.
Yeah, he said, wait, no. In a Mortal Kombat,
I'll take
sympathy.
some J stars and put them in Marvel Ultimate.
True.
So another anime game.
I'm so weak at that shit. He said, wait, in a Mortal Kombat, sympathy.
Like I'm thinking he about to say, yo, put that nigga in Bloodborne or something. Like this nigga shit.
I thought he was gonna say, yo, him and Norman Reedus and like maybe a PT spin. Like I don't know, but that was funny. That was funny though.
Nah, I thought it would be cool. I
don't know why.
I think Joel in another story mode based game. I think that would be cool though. I don't know.
I don't want to see him go.
But I don't know where I would put him. Like
horror game, like PT or some shit like that. Like that might be kind of.
Oh no, I wouldn't put him in Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, that was so funny, Abel. I'm sorry. He said, "I would like to see Mortal Kombat."
Reach be like, yeah, that might be one of the best reaches I've heard so far.
He said, "What would be
I was joking. I wasn't serious.
No, you not.
Come on,
really? You was serious.
I was not that serious. I said sympathy.
Props like, that's what would he have though? He said, I don't know.
Wait. Y'all really took that serious as if I really meant sympathy.
No, because you just finished saying. I thought it'll work. I thought it'd be good.
I was fooling
I didn't think that would work. I don't know. Props said, what move would he have? I couldn't think of that offhand. I don't know.
I was fooling y'all.
Hey, wait. So you bought the...
Got you.
It's a prank. It's a prank.
So you bought the bottle of beer. 12.15. Damn.
All right. Let's get off to the news. That first thing, we just want to skip that.
Wait, y'all thought I was serious? Huh? Even though I said,
He said, no, y'all don't think so?
All right. Batman Telltale comes out August 2nd. So that Tuesday, I'm definitely getting this. I'm a big fan of Telltale after 2010 because I know Ricky's going to ask about the Back to the Future game. Telltale, after when they got The Walking Dead, they figured they shit out. So now they do great work. This comes out August 2nd. It comes out on PC, Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, Android, and iOS. So this is the trailer here. There's not a whole lot of details on the story itself, but this shit looks good to me. This actually graphically, Telltale doesn't have the best graphics, but this does look like an improvement. It does look better than.
They said they used a new engine for their game.
New engine for
okay, all right, cool. So. You can wait on the physical version because what we're dealing with here is these Telltale games are episodic, meaning they give you a part or a chapter, and then 4 to 6 weeks later they give you the next one. So if a game is going over 2 or 3 seasons, you know that could take 2 or 3 years for you to actually play it because of the way they released the game. So if you want to wait for the whole complete full version, that first episode physically comes out on September 13th. But who's telling? No, there's no telling when a full game is going to come out on disc for you to play. But I'm definitely getting this. Their games are, I forget how much the games are. How much? $15 or something like that, or are they $30?
$5 an episode or 15, I think.
It's about 20 or so.
Okay, so it's about 20 bucks.
Yeah. Each episode
for the full game?
Yeah. Each episode's about $5, and if you buy the season pass, you pretty much pay like $5 less.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna grab.
I actually will say right now, I will be buying this game.
I love Telltale. Like, I don't need nothing else. As long as I see Telltale, I know it's gonna be a fantastic story. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up seeing right now. Is it available on Kinguin?
This guy.
It looks really interesting. Is it on there? I like how
Minecraft wasn't on there.
Minecraft was.
It is.
Not Telltale Minecraft.
Yes, it is.
I don't know. I'm indifferent, y'all. I'm indifferent.
Why?
It low key does not have anything to do with the game. I'm just kind of tired of it. I don't know. Like, there's so many Telltale games, yo. Like,
there's like 7 that people play.
And they're don't get me wrong, they're all good. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. I don't know, dude. It's so many. I don't even know if I want to because they're all kind of the same in a sense, not the story wise, but as far
as the format, as far as like picking choices and everything, and how the story.
But that's their
craft. For almost every franchise that could be said though.
That's the thing, but that's what Telltale. I'm sorry, I'm just saying that's what Telltale specializes in. It's an episodic. It's almost like a playable comic book in my way. So I mean that's their style now. I mean, if it was to say like they drop 5 different Telltale games a year, I can see why you're tired of it. I don't know how many they do drop a year,
like 2.
But like 2. But I mean they are working on a game where I think we spoke about this earlier that Telltale's actually stepping out of boundaries now and they're making like this game that don't even look like a Telltale game. But I don't really mind this, yo. We got a whole bunch of franchises that do the same type of style each franchise. I mean, Call of Duty, God of War now just finished changing over their style of their gameplay. I mean, I don't mind as long as it's. I mean, plus you don't need to play each of them. You know, some people don't mind. I mean, I don't know.
They do have a lot of good deals though for you to play each of them. Like I know you could have got like all 6 of the recent ones for like I think $30-$50 at one time. I don't know. They good games though. I mean,
no. I'm not saying that they're bad games.
I know.
I play most of them.
Format. I see what you're saying.
I think the only one that I haven't played is the Minecraft joint and Tales of the Borderlands. I think I played them all. So
you've probably only played 3 of them then. You probably played The Walking Dead. You probably played The Wolf Among Us and Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
That's it.
Back to the Future.
He didn't.
I actually did play Back to the Future.
So you played that, sir?
Yeah, like when it on PS3, yeah, I played it.
That shit is not good.
Back to the Future?
That was like the first one I played.
Yeah, that is one of the earlier projects.
Yeah, I played that like way. That was like 2012. That's before I even knew about, you know what I'm saying, Walking Dead and all that. How many do they have out so far?
About like 6 or 7.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
So I know they have Minecraft. I know they have.
So if they have 6 or 7, how long they been out? Since 2010, they've been dropping games.
Before that.
So
that's actually not a lot of games either. So
they got a Marvel game coming out next year.
What?
Walking Dead Michonne, Walking Dead Season 3 this year. Minecraft was out. Game of Thrones is out. Tales from the Borderlands.
Wolf
Among Us. They have a poker game. That's not really one of those games we're talking about. Jurassic Park. This is from 2011. Back to the Future 2010. They got a CSI game. Sam and Max.
Those are like I've actually played some of those CSI games.
So they found something that worked and it clicked with people with The Walking Dead. So they just start doing that. And plus, you know, they'll probably start getting bigger budgets so they can have better voice acting and maybe more things that you can actually do to control the players itself. Because that, like the improvement from like a Telltale format for me is like the people that make Beyond Two Souls and Heavy Rain and all that, where there's more interaction with the actual person controlling the game as far as like moving the characters and doing stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is QTEs and stuff, but the Walking Dead did have a couple scenes where you shot people and stuff like that. You physically had to aim and shit like that. So I think eventually like their format is going to be perfected because there's a whole lot of room for improvement with the way they do it because it's so basic. Yeah. So if they just keep building, they'll be better.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like a comic book type of game where you play out like in a comic book world. Like that's how it looks to me, and I think that's why a lot of people enjoyed it too. I mean, just I don't know. I think it's gonna be like the 3rd Telltale game I played. I will be playing. So
yeah.
This retail. Go ahead, Nick. My bad.
I was gonna say I don't even think they've reached their peak yet. I feel like they're in their prime, but I feel like when they'll reach their peak is because the fact is if this game does well, it'll show that they can branch out and do other type of games aside, like from just Walking Dead and everything like that.
I can see them doing anime.
Yeah, because then they can do
or like Star Wars.
Yeah, they could do that.
Bro, they're about to do Marvel. They got DC right now with Batman. Now they're about to do Marvel next year. Like
they can do every game. That's what I'm saying. I think what they have, I think any company would be happy to let them do a game as long as there's good writing.
Exactly.
They should do.
Right.
No, I think they should make their own. I think they should go ahead and make their own.
Wait, their own? Like make up their own characters?
Like their own characters?
Aren't they? You mean like Wolf Among Us?
Wolf Among Us, they've done
That's not theirs because they did it from they took that from a comic book.
That is still their story though. They took the characters from the comic and made it into a totally different story.
That's what I'm saying though. Like the straight up
like
from scratch.
That's
like,
but
I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying, but you do realize like that is still their own like thing. You mean like brand new characters that like
brand new characters.
All right.
Barry, do you think with their? I'm just asking because I get what you're saying. I wouldn't mind that either. But I'm asking with all you guys because you see that their track record has been pretty good with taking a game from bigger franchises or just big fan favorite characters or stories, putting them in their playstyle. Do you think they would receive the same attention if they made their own game with their own story?
If the studio is big enough,
I would say yes, and the reason why is because they already like every time they drop something, they already have the attention. It's low key. It's not even. They have that reputation where it's going to be something good. For example, like okay, we know Batman. Batman is a great character. We know Telltale is doing it, so it's going to be a good game. I'm not saying it's not going to be a bad game. It's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be dope. But I feel like even if they did something themselves, because they already have the reputation and they already have the credibility because they've done so well with other franchises that they already had. I feel like it would be even bigger if they did something straight from the ground bottom.
I think they might. I think they might do that after they drop a few more hitters.
I think they will, and like I said, I just want to make it clear. Like I'm not saying that like Telltale is bad. It's a great series. I personally would like kind of like what Chase was saying, like how they could go into like how Heavy Rain or Beyond Two Souls is, where you actually get different endings or where your choices really matter. Yeah. Like that's what I want to see from Telltale. You know what I'm saying? This will be their seventh version of the game. Let's have something that's a little bit different as far as can we get a different endings or something like our choices really.
I think.
Go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I think in order for them to do something like that, like Heavy Rain, they would have to make like their own something of their own from the ground up. But I feel like that's something they would do in the future. But I feel like right now, I mean, I guess it's pretty much in the mindset like, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? But like. I feel like they would do that. I feel like that would be the next stepping stone for them. So I mean, I like your idea. I was about to call you Larry. I meant Barry.
Well, and the other thing that I don't think people are really thinking about is that I don't think they get the kind of budgets that other games get for them to do that, for them to have all these extra
that could be a thing.
Stuff. Because what you'll notice with the Telltale games is they'll have a lot of the same voice actors. And when you get like really into those games, I recognize Kenny's voice right away. Like he was in The Wolf Among Us, and sometimes I would like to see other people do voice acting, but I feel like it's a smaller studio than most of the AAA games we get. And I was trying to see if I could find like the budget they had for for The Walking Dead season 2. I don't know if this is accurate. I'm on IMDb. It says they got $5 million.
That's not much.
That's not much for games these days, considering that a lot of the big games have bigger budgets than movies. If you look at GTA 5's budget or Destiny's budget, like we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars compared to a $5 million budget that Telltale is getting. So maybe when they start getting more money, they can do their complete brand new games with new characters from the ground up and all that stuff. And they can have those extra endings and all that. I just don't know if the budget actually works in their favor for them to be able to do all that.
But that's pretty cool.
I have a question. Like this is not even a statement to that. How is it that certain indie games can do the same thing though?
Who?
Some of them no. Some of them blow up.
Who?
Let's see. So games with different endings.
Games with different endings.
Like with different endings is what I'm saying.
Like which game?
I'm saying, you're saying these other indies have a game that is completely based and wrapped around a story that you make a whole bunch of choices in a row that end up allowing you to get a whole bunch of different endings. You talking about indie? That's what I'm talking about. It's not
indie game.
It's not just multiple. But hold on though, it's not just multiple endings. It's multiple endings based off all the choices you made from the beginning of the game. So if you compare Telltale to Heavy Rain has 30 endings that depend on all the choices you make.
Damn.
You're talking about indies. What indie game has the same format where you can make
to yourself, man.
a whole bunch of choices, and then it gives you separate endings. Go.
Go.
All right. It's really no game like that.
So why you said that?
Because listen, I'm not trying. I wasn't trying to say that. I wasn't trying to say that. I was saying that to someone else. Well, what I'm trying to say is like I feel like honestly, in whole, I feel like Telltale can do it because of how they're going, like how they're built, how their whole thing. I feel like they can do it.
I know they can. I just think
like
it's money. It's budgeting. I think budget. Do I know for a fact that they have people who? Well, damn, I can't believe I forgot the term. People who lend the money. What do you call that again? Investors. Do we know if they got investors, or is this a private owned, like where they're funded it by themselves? Like we don't know that. Maybe they are funding it on their own, or they got like one investor and they don't want to really take hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, like I think what Nick said before, if it ain't broken, don't fix. I think they're gonna continue this route. Let them probably gain more credibility because you're not wrong about that. I think they have a huge a lot of positivity in the community. People think people know that they make great games. And just to hear games like Marvel and shit, I could even see a Street Fighter be made by them. Like I could see a bunch of games. I think they're gonna want to eat off of that first, and then maybe develop something concrete for themselves. But I know for a fact they have. I remember, guys, we mentioned this on the show a couple weeks back, or maybe a couple months back. They were working on a title themselves, and it was not. It did not look like Telltale. Remember when we was discussing that?
That was an indie game that they bought the rights to. They didn't.
Yeah, and they're gonna continue to work with it, and I mean, who knows? Maybe that game might end up good. I mean, for now, I don't mind them going the route that they're going. They're still eating. I think it's still very early. If they were to make this change, even though we here in the panel believe, it could probably be great. We don't know how it's gonna be viewed because who knows? Maybe people love their series because it's based off of their fan favorite franchises or characters. So if they were to go something by themselves, we don't know how. They don't know how people are going to react to it. I don't know. It could go either way, though.
I have a question. Between this first series dropping of this new Batman experience, when's the next one? When would the next one come out?
Probably a month later.
Okay.
Because they have Walking Dead.
All right. Now, I'm particularly not into the, I would say, per se, the episodic Telltale experience. I never really got into them like that. I'm currently playing Life is Strange, and I believe is not developed by Telltale at all. Correct, guys? That's not developed by
Square Enix.
All right. So Square Enix, right? So this is new to me in this sense. So it's $25 retail to buy this first package. All right. So why, like, would you guys recommend this to me to start?
It's the whole
That's the whole game.
That's the whole game.
Just they give it to you in parts, but you pay.
Okay.
You can pay 20. The game isn't 60. Their games are not $60.
Yeah, that's another good
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, see, now that's dope. No. Now, would you guys recommend this to me as far as a Batman experience in Telltale's work? Like, is this something? All right. Yes. And why you say that, Nick? You think the story will be engaging, or do you like how they do things?
Telltale stories are all like ever since the first Walking Dead, like their stories are phenomenal. It's like it's no one in the industry that's really doing, like, as far as writing is concerned, that does it on the level of Telltale. And then plus, since you said you are a Batman fan,
I wouldn't say that.
Yes.
Well, okay, yeah. I ain't gonna say they're doing it better than everybody. But then, plus you.
No, hold on. When he says, I'm thinking he's saying though, as far as that type
genre,
of style, that type of style of art in the game. I mean, you got games like you got the more, what do you call it, the more fancier type games like Beyond Two Souls and stuff like that, who have like the episode.
It's not
same format.
It's not
episodic, but like same format with choices and stuff. But honestly, Mass Effect. What do you mean, Prof?
Mass Effect is the same way. Like everything you do determines,
That's true.
So
people that you keep around.
Point is, if you're a Batman,
I got you, Nick. Now, guys. So when the first episode comes out, and I guess that's for $5, that quenches everybody's thirst for playing that title for that segment, and they'll be like, "Yo, we'll wait for the next one," and that's how it goes.
Hours long. It's a couple hours long.
Oh, okay.
That's always been their thing. Our issue with companies is like they give us shit one way, and then the next thing you know, they just decide to completely change. Final Fantasy, Hitman. They shouldn't be doing that because that's not the way we're used to getting their games. Telltale, that's just the way they do shit. So that's what we're used to, and we treat that more like a TV series than necessarily a video game. TV series, you know what it is. Game of Thrones just ended. Yeah, wait till next year for the next season. That's how it is. So we accept that from Telltale, but
You know what? And Abel, and one thing with Abel, just to understand. Say for example, I played the Telltale Minecraft story mode, right? After the first episode, I was like, all right, cool, because I know that's their style, that's the way they design their games episodic. When that Hitman got to me, I didn't even give a shit about it no more. Because then all of a sudden, like, why are you giving me a game? They dubbed down the campaign on how the game is played. That's one thing, and then all of a sudden it's episodic. They never do that. They never did that before. I mean, why now? You know, so and then people are like, oh, but Telltale does it. They've always done it. That's how they started. Now imagine if Tomb Raider came out episodic. Imagine if Kingdom Hearts came out episodic. That's some bullshit. Like that's when I start complaining. Shit, they might do it. Kingdom Hearts is on the Square Enix.
We get each level, each world, better not.
And with that, it's the way. Like, how do you make? You know, because like I said, it's a story-based game. So if it's episodic, it works out. Especially the way they leave it out with cliffhangers, and you're like, okay, I can't wait to buy the second one. But like with like something like Hitman, like how do you make that episodic?
Right. Like if you ain't gonna do it right, stop changing the format of your games. If your shit is not open world, don't make it open world unless you gonna do it right. If it ain't episodic, don't make it episodic. Shit like that. Let's go ahead and move on to the big. We usually don't go this early with the big topics, but I think it's about that time. Put some random gameplay up here. So we reported on some NX news. We've been trying to give y'all information pretty much the whole year. Some of the stuff we said was that it was going to be a home unit and you were going to have a mobile unit. So to a huge degree, we were right. Basically, the NX is going to be a handheld console that hooks directly up to your TV, but you can also take it with you. And there's going to be a dock that you hook it up to the TV with that has the controllers themselves. It's supposed to be, quote unquote, a high-powered handheld, 2 detachable controllers. And these are what you're going to use in the house. When you're obviously away from the home and you have your NX with you, the controllers are not going to be with you. You'll still be able to play. So it's supposed to be kind of a console handheld combination. The problem that I'm seeing on here is it's saying initially that it was a mobile processor. And mobile processors are never as powerful as normal processors. So if you have a laptop, you're normally going to get a mobile processor and a graphics card. That does not compare to just a normal console or a normal PC. So this has an NVIDIA Tegra X1 is going to be the mobile processor. They might go with the X2. And it's saying it may be less powerful than the current PS4 and Xbox One. And that's the current one. That doesn't even talk about the Neo, the Scorpio, and the Xbox One S. So what do y'all think about this console? What do y'all think, yo?
That side says it all right there. Like,
one more thing.
What are you about to say?
One more thing. I'm sorry. It won't support backwards compatibility, which Nintendo they usually do, and because they're changing the processor hardware, and we'll see an official unveiling possibly in September, and it's supposed to come out in March 2017. So we got the Nintendo's the NX is handheld and mobile. So, I mean mobile and console. All right, who want to go?
Yeah. Now
let's go ahead. Well, I wanted to hear Prophecy first, and then
kick it. Yeah, let Prof go.
Let me turn this.
Fucking man, listen to Taylor Swift, y'all.
I'm playing NHL.
Oh, you got NHL?
Yeah, I got 17 beta.
Yo.
You want a code?
Chase it. Yeah.
Chase don't play betas though.
I got a code for you if you want it.
I'm done, Rick.
Chase don't play betas though, man.
You can actually create your character on here too. I don't like the way they do black people on here. But anyway, they ain't got no hairstyles for us like that. But that's right. I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm a handheld fan regardless. Yeah. I have a 3DS. I purchase a new DS every year, even if it's just for one game. It has to have a lot of good games on there for me to really contemplate buying it. Because it doesn't matter to me that it's handheld. It's just what is it going to have on it. Like, I need to have, the games that's going to attract me. I need to have some kind of Pokemon on there. I need to have some Mario Kart. I need to have some new IPs. I need to have, like, some Star Fox. some maybe a nice ass Diddy Kong Racing too. Like I just need the games on there. So if the games is on there, it doesn't really bother me so much because the Wii U is essentially the same thing. I played on my pad more than I actually played on the TV the majority of the time. Anyway, I'm just really confused on how the co-op aspect would work. I think it would have had the controllers built into it, two separate controllers built into it, and I think you could take them off or something like that. It just seems kind of weird. So I really need more information on it. And as far as like the backwards compatibility, I feel like they might do that still if they do it via digital download. Because like if you got a Wii U or a Wii, you can play like N64 games, Super Nintendo games, and stuff like that with the virtual console. So I feel like they'll still include that. But Nintendo is bold. Like Nintendo is Sony are known for like shaking the game up, doing the most abnormal things. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think Nintendo's ever had double back-to-back L's. So like, if the system has to dominate. Otherwise, it's gonna be the first time they took back-to-back L's. Because the Wii U is a giant L, and they ain't really had a dub since the Wii. So they need to really show me something before I end up getting this. Because unlike Abel, I'm not getting this day one, B.
Oh gosh.
Go ahead, Abel.
You done, Prof? All right. Yeah. So once I heard a little bit of these rumors going through, at first I was like, okay, if this is going to be a handheld experience, I'm not really with that. Like, I did not think that this was going to be a console/handheld hybrid. Definitely didn't think that at all. I thought the handheld portion was going to come in addition to the console experience itself. Like, okay, they have like a peripheral that you use alongside of the experience, like how they had with the tablet in the Wii U or whatever. But seeing that this is, you're actually taking the console from your home experience on the go with you. I don't know how that's gonna go. First of all, and you have to ask yourself, what market are they going for with these features? You know, like, is this super kid friendly? Because I know myself, I wouldn't want to be like, okay, I'm gonna take this outside now. I really wouldn't do that. So I'm kind of questioning, like, where is Nintendo's focus at? Is it on the clearly? I don't think so for the older people. I'm thinking it's more geared for the teenagers and younger than that. So, and then also the technology that they're using, the Tegra cards, that's also in the NVIDIA Shield and also in some cell phones. So how you're going to get beyond that? I'm like, okay, what is going to happen? Like, where's the power? And you're not even at the current generation console levels right now. So I'm kind of like, what's happening there in that sense? Like, I feel like you're more or less not going to have enough power to actually answer the demand of what the gamers need. So I think a lot of people are just turned off from this news, if it comes out to be true, and it's looking like it is. So it just sucks all around. And also, they're having games coming out at 32 gigabytes on cartridges. So I'm like, 32 gigabyte games. I don't know.
A lot of gigs.
It just means it's not gonna have like ridiculous amount of DLC features and stuff like that. Because you gotta think, what is the average game on like PS4?
About 30 to 40.
Yeah,
right, so that means it's not going to even have
40 up.
The same, as amount as what is already there. So that doesn't mean it can't have a lot of content, because I've had games that have less than 10 that has crazy amount of content, but
yeah,
it's Nintendo, so I like they frustrated sometimes. But like I stated, y'all know me, B. Give me that Pokemon and I'm good, nigga. Put Pokemon Stadium on there, a new Pokemon RPG, I'm Gucci. Day one.
And it's crazy. You don't know if this thing's gonna have an Ethernet port. You have to question all of it. So it's like
they ain't gonna have an Ethernet port. They can't.
Yo, like you really have to question it. So it's like, it's kind of shaky, but like props really balancing it out to be more or less. It could go either way. It could be bad or it could be good. Me, from what I'm seeing, I'm not liking the way it's shaping up, and I'm not gonna write them off, but the handheld experience mixed with the console experience, that's one I'm not looking forward to. I thought it was going to be a dedicated console. Yeah.
Do you have a handheld?
No, not right now, no.
So that means you don't care about handhelds at all?
Yeah, I would honestly say I really don't care about the handheld experience, no.
Okay. I just wanted to see like if that was the reason why you feel the way you do.
I'm gonna just say a couple.
It could be a little bit that I could be biased towards that too, Prof.
The console, first of all, being able to take your console out of your house, regardless of Nintendo, if it's underpowered, just the function that you can pick up your fucking console and take it with you, I like that idea. Now,
Okay.
the execution is one thing, but if the console, I'm not all about power. Like, I'm with Propsy. If you got the games, then I'll play them. But the problem is the developers need a certain amount of power from the console in order to make some of these games. And if they feel like your console is not going to be selling a lot of copies of the game, then now you're going to waste your time. So why would I spend extra man hours having you make a special version for the NX, the Wii U, and then only turn around and sell a few thousand copies of that game? They just won't do it. That's why we didn't see certain games. That's why we didn't see that they basically lost all third-party support on the Wii U for shit like that. So if they have similar power, I would expect them to have even better power than the original PS4 and Xbox One because it's coming out after. That makes it easier for the devs so that you get third-party support.
Chase, who do you think? I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
No, I wanted to ask, who do you think personally, and all the fellas here, who do you guys think that this console is geared toward? Is it towards the at-home gamer, or would you say the young kid on the like the young child on the go? Oh, you think everybody? Okay.
I mean, their motto is on the go, so it's like anybody that's playing and wants to get out the house and like go, or when you're on a vacation, you can just bring it with you. So it seems like it's more towards like. The thing about Nintendo is people don't really seem to realize, like Nintendo, they obviously a Japanese company. They basically always calling us fat because every system that they've come out with since the Wii U has been geared to trying to make people lose weight, exercise, make you get up and do stuff like that. Even look at Pokemon Go, even though Nintendo didn't have anything to do with it, like they've always been about that. So like this is just another step to say, look, get out the house, get off your fat ass, and let's go outside and let's play these games. Like let's meet people playing other games and stuff like that. That's basically what they're trying to do.
Okay.
I think one day all consoles might be like that. I don't think consoles are going to always be as big as they are now. They might be small like your phone or something like that. I mean, the controllers might end up being bigger than the console or something. We don't know. I just don't think they're always going to be this big. So I mean, I do like that you can take it, but one of my personal issues with Nintendo is after we got the Xbox 360 controller, the PS4 controller, I need them to have controllers that are as user friendly as that. Like fucking big ass flying here. The Wii U gamepad and all that shit. Like I'm not really into that. Like we need controllers that competitive.
You're talking traditional.
Yeah, more traditional controller. You know what I'm saying? With the triggers and everything like that. Yeah, you can go buy a Wii U Pro controller. That thing is lighter than a piece of paper. I swear to God, that controller is so light. And it doesn't feel as good as the other controllers. So like I didn't really like the gamepad, and the Pro controller is okay at best. I mean, I guess it's good for Wii U. So I don't know what the controllers on the NX is going to look like. That's the kind of shit that I'd be worried about.
But you gotta think about.
I know they got small hands.
Well, I don't care about that.
Okay.
But I'm saying like you got to think of the games that are being designed for those controllers. They're not like games that are designed for like, nice ass controllers. They're more or less like side scrollers or, quick catch rings and shit like that, like or Mario Kart or something like that. They're not really designed for like hardcore gamers. They're more for.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's part of the problem. Like.
But I mean, that's Nintendo's whole. That's always been them. They whole theory behind everything.
That N64 controller had more.
Oh yeah.
And it had a fucking. That was the scuff before the scuff. It had the button on the back and the L and the R and then.
I mean, so did the GameCube controller, but like
I have a question.
That was way smaller.
I had a question. So, what made the Wii sell so well?
Man, them motherfuckers.
Wii U or
Wii? They ain't mean
the Wii. No, not the Wii U. The Wii U was ass.
Yeah, Wii Fit.
What made it really? Was it in general? Was it the motion? Was it the motion?
Exercising. To be honest with you.
it just had you moving. You were gaming and moving. Like that's literally what all news channels kept talking about.
Number one, because I was working at GameStop when it came out, it was back stock for like 7 months because it was the Wii Fit. That's the reason why the Wii Fit is like the most sold game of all time, which is kind of cheap. But it's true. Like that's what they. It was new. You know, it got people using more than just a controller. Like the whole moving around aspect. Blah blah blah. That's what it was. Because it's not like it had like the most revolutionary game of all time to go with it. It was just, yo, get off your ass and let's work out. Okay, sure.
It had
So do y'all think
old people and people that don't play games that bought the
Right?
Yeah, like everybody was on that.
And it came with free games like bowling, tennis, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like,
do you think the next should do something? Should go, or Nintendo in general should go towards back to something like that, or do you think
that's what they're gonna do?
I personally think that they since they weren't trying to do that, I think it's like past their time for that again. I don't know. I think they'll find a way to get you active, but just not the same way they did for the Wii. That's just how I see it.
I agree with that, Nick. I'm thinking that the handheld experience is supposed to be that get out the house movement instead of doing the fitness angle. So, but my thing is,
I can see them going more towards mobile as well, because Nintendo has been dabbling in mobile games, stuff like that. So I feel like they just don't want to make consoles anymore, to be honest with you. Like I feel like they just want to.
I think the reason why is that is because it seemed I'm assuming because of how their 3DS sells so well, they want to just go towards what's working.
That's
which
the
is
question.
their console.
Is the NX going to hurt the 3DS now?
No.
You don't think so?
I'll chime in on this.
Hopefully, the only way it'll hurt, Chase, is the number one reason why the 3DS still sells. If Pokemon doesn't come out on the NX, then it won't hurt it. But if it does, it most definitely will hurt it. Because more people will buy the NX, I would assume, especially if it's at a reasonable price. Like if it's only like $250 or $300, people will tend to buy that versus buying $150 or $299 3DS.
That's what they're saying. This is going to be like $250 to $300.
I just want the features, B. Like I just want to be able to communicate with my niggas, like things that we couldn't do on the Wii U, and that's what I'm worried about. Because if they're going the handheld route, it makes me think they're gonna lack in a lot of other features that the Wii U did have that I enjoyed. So that's what I'm confused more about.
So, Prof, and I'm sorry to cut it in when you, Rickio. But so you want a more online experience, Prof? Like you want it to be have like a more centralized ecosystem, i.e., like the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One.
I mean, I'm assuming it would have to if they're trying to get the whole portable aspect out of there. Like it should be able to be, wireless, and you can or wired. And you can connect either way and be outside. Like I can go outside right now, you can play Mario Kart, and I could talk to you in a party while I'm on a bus or something. Like that's what I think would change the game as far as that aspect goes.
And I'm wondering how are they going to get the internet to be outside too as well? Because I'm thinking they had to take a data plan. Like you know what I mean?
You can have data plans.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Use towers and stuff like that. Like they probably will do like a data plan.
Now with that'll be a whole. That's
or
a
you
whole
can buy like a stick to plug it in, and you get a certain amount of like gigs. Blah blah blah. Like
I'm wondering how big this is going to be.
If they do something like that, that'll be a whole different realm that they have to enter to. So they have to start talking to Verizon, AT&T, and all those guys that own those towers.
That is true.
Let Ricky jump in there. I know you wanted to say something, Ricky. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'll keep it short. From what Prof said earlier, I just want to chime in. Well, I just want to say I thought we talked about this, that there was some developers who actually said that the NX was actually pretty powerful and that they are going to make games for them.
Yeah,
I think
Ubisoft
jumped
said that
in.
last time, though.
Yeah, I know they said that last time. Just saying, bring that up. And another thing is, I don't mind what they come out with because I already own a PS4 and Xbox One. If you own a console, I'm not looking for the Nintendo NX to dominate those consoles. Like I want the NX to cater to like the same games I've always played on Nintendo. So I don't mind what they bring. I just don't want another because I find it like kind of dumb, like the Wii U. You know how the style of it, and then you still got that box, you know. So whatever they're gonna bring, as long as it's mobile for me or easy for me to use, I don't mind. Like I have no issue whatsoever what they want to come out with. As I stated in the chat with y'all, as long as they got some games dropping on its release, I don't care if it's another big screen with controllers. I'm not looking for it. I'm not looking to buy this so that I can say, yeah, this dominates this generation. I'm looking for the game. So as long as it's going to cater to what I like and what games it has, I don't mind making this purchase.
It won't though.
In that case, because of what do you mean as far as games?
I feel like, well, let me say it this way. We got to see how the first couple AAA games do on the NX. I think if they do well, they'll get the support. I think if they don't, then they'll stop getting the support, and it might end up like the Wii U. I'm sorry, the Wii did super well. I think it might be like.
Oh, no. Well, and then to go back, I think a while ago, Prof said this too. And I think he just mentioned it before. Like Nintendo always tends to be like different, right? So if you notice, they know the console scene, what's going on right now. We don't know specifically how long did they make up this decision to make a tablet-like console or whatever it's going to be. But if you notice, they are taking this risk and they're making these bold moves because they don't mind taking this console to a whole different direction, knowing that it can either make or break them, you know? So I think they're always going to be confident in what they do. They stay doing that shit year after year. Their handheld market is doing really well. I think what they want to do is still bring a console, one of the first ever consoles, on the go. So if they can have the power to have the support behind it, my only issue would be the internet, the interaction with people online. Is there going to be an Ethernet port? Because I didn't know mobile, unless they had this crazy new internet plan that mobile internet can support console gaming. Like maybe that can work. I just want to make sure that there's games playable. And I mean, like I said, they had the GameCube, small ass discs. Then all of a sudden they went with the Wii, motion controllers. Then the Wii U, fucking handheld. Like they always do some weird different shit. So this is just going to be another one that they do that's so different from PS4 and Xbox One. I just want the games.
Rick, question. Is price a factor with you?
Of course, price always going to play the factor. I mean, it depends, because if it's like $250 and if they got two, well, even if it's $3, if they got games, like if they got games coming out for the console, if they got games that I like even if they drop another Mario Kart, or if they were, I don't think they could drop a Pokemon, or like actual games that I know I'm gonna play, because Nintendo is like one of the only brands or companies that I have to think whether or not I'm gonna.
What you about to say? Brands of cereal?
Yeah, my bad. I keep getting that cereal Abel shit. My bad.
Nintendo's.
Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce you.
Nintendo.
Nah, but you see, like with PS4 and Xbox One, I know what games come to their consoles. It wasn't even a thought whether or not I should buy it. But with Nintendo, I always have to think like, should I, man? Because I don't know if I will get that much support on this console. I still got the Wii U because Pokemon and a bunch of other games. But I mean, I don't mind if it's $250 or $3. I would have to see some support behind it. To be honest,
I'm a Nintendo fanboy, so like, it doesn't really matter to me. I'll end up getting regardless. Like, I purchased Wii U. I purchased Wii. Well, I shouldn't even say Nintendo. I'm just a game fanboy in general.
Games.
So
right,
so I'm gonna buy everything to get the who, what, and when, where, and why on every
I would really like Nintendo to just do simple stuff, man. Like have party chats, have group chat, like stuff like that, yo. Like I would like that.
Nintendo, I promise you one thing. Nintendo has no choice but to put Pokemon on the next system. I promise you that.
You think so, Prop? Why is that, though?
Because look how much money. Look at their money that they got for the Wii U once Pokken came. They got a 350% increase in sales because Pokken. Like they don't have a choice. Then look at Pokemon Go. Look at it being and doing what it did. They got what 30-something% extra in stock rise because of that game.
It dropped like the next day.
It dropped by 17% because they realized Nintendo ain't got shit to do with it.
Yeah.
But that has to put them on notice. Like it can't just be Zelda and Mario forever, fam. Like they got some games like Splatoon, which I heard was really fun, but they got to come out with the God, like for real. If they really want to push their system, like for real, they got to come out with the God.
I want to play Zelda, so I'm getting itched. I mean, it's been a while since I played a Zelda game. I just want to say one thing. I want to say one thing, Nick, and I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Then the Vita, Ricky, you had a Vita. Weren't you able to play your PlayStation? Why you didn't
PlayStation?
Your PS3?
PlayStation which? No, I wasn't able to get on my PS3 with the Vita. When it first launched.
Were you supposed to be able to, though?
It was advertised. The Vita. Again, say the question again. I'm Chase.
So, because I know Ricky had a Vita, I thought originally the Vita was supposed to be able to control your PS3, and you didn't even have to be at home to do that.
It could. You could download games from your Vita, because I had a Vita. I got it.
It wasn't like that at launch.
But it wasn't as fluent as it was supposed to be.
Okay.
Like, you could take games, for instance, you could take, like, I purchased the old Twisted Metals from the PlayStation. I purchased the old, all the old games that they had on there. You could play them on a big screen with the PS Vita while it was in your hand at home, or you could take it from the big screen, put it on your, tablet or PS Vita, and then go out and play that same exact game and continue. So it was kind of like what I'm assuming this is going to be like.
But it wasn't, but it didn't have no support on PS3, right? No.
Well, I'm talking about. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what happened? That's why I always said it came out at the wrong time. But the way it was promoted was like what Prof said. Like, you were able to be on the go, and what they didn't tell people was that they're gonna have mobile services and shit for it. Like, at first they were like, oh, as long as there's an internet connection. What they did was the people who had any like kind of they wanted to bring a data service to it had that available service first, like that available feature where you could be on the go.
AT&T was number one.
Okay. And I found that BS.
I can't play this without AT&T, and it was like, you can play it, but you can't, be out there, and because you got to think you could talk to your friends, you can go on the internet. It was basically a tablet, so
even
like,
call people
all of that. Yeah, you could call people, video chat, all that shit. So like, it was essentially a tablet. So yeah, they had to have a mobile player. So that's why I said I think Nintendo would do this with the internet.
I'm sorry, Nick. I know you wanted to say something. Go ahead, bro.
Oh, when you said.
Anyway, no.
When you said it was the last time you played a Zelda game, I was gonna say the last time I played one was Skyward Sword for Wii. But I was gonna ask Prof. Well, like how do you think the numbers will do for Pokemon on the NX? Because I know they still dominate the handheld market with 3DS and everything.
They dominate the mobile game too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what it is. Like, just look at what it already does. Like I said, I don't know if Pokemon was the best selling game on the Wii U because it came out later, but it could be the best seller on NX. And like I said, I know a lot of people that will buy it. I've heard every single one of you guys state that if it were to come out on the Wii U, you would have bought a Wii U or been playing a Wii U. So there's no reason that I don't doubt in my mind that it's not a console seller at that. Like, it's a most definite fact. It would sell millions of units.
I just looked up something. The Wii U, I'm gonna just tell y'all some of the highest sold games on the Wii U. Mario Kart 8, 7.5 million. That's the highest selling game on the entire console.
That sounds right.
Another Mario, 5 million. Another Mario, 4 million. This is in a row. So we got 3D World 4.8, Smash Brothers 4.8, then Splatoon 4.2, then a Super Mario Maker 3.5 million. See, that's only been out not even a whole year yet. 3.5 million.
They're making sales.
But this is not good though, because I'm looking at a list of the highest selling games on the entire console, first party, third party, and they have games on this list that have 1 million, less than 2 million units sold. That's not good at all.
Which games are those?
Like Division and stuff like
Power
that.
Warriors. No, the Division. No third party games are on this entire list.
No
that tells you that people that get the Wii U are people that
they only play Nintendo. Well, they really like Nintendo games.
Well, wait, we can't say that. Not only that though, they don't have support of third parties. So I mean, shit, they have no choice but to only play Nintendo. Isn't that like true? Because
that's a fair assumption too.
That's gotta be fair, like that, which sucks though. It kind of sucks. They don't have too many third party. They have Batman.
But that's the point though, isn't it? To get people to buy your system for your game.
Yeah, exactly.
The Wii had third party, not every game, but they did. They were getting Call of Duties and stuff. So
think of it like this. Look at PlayStation's. PlayStation's number one game ain't PlayStation exclusive games, just third party games.
Which sucks. That's funny as hell.
So like that's the exact opposite for Nintendo. So to be honest with you, Nintendo is really doing it right. It's just they're not doing it right enough.
Well, with third party,
right? Because their number one games are their games and their creations, so they get all that money back to them because it's their games. He just named 4 games that are all Nintendo games.
This whole list is Nintendo. The whole list. Hold on real quick, Barry. I'm looking at the Wii, the original Wii. Their highest game, 82 million. 36, 32.
Wii Sports, right?
Wii Sports #1, Mario Kart Wii, 36 million.
That's the best game in
Smash Bros.
We got Smash Brothers, Super Paper Mario, 4 million. Just Dance, 4 million. So the Wii, I mean, the Wii is like 10 times the Wii U. Go ahead, Barry. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
I was gonna say, so what? I mean, I don't think you guys will know this offhand, but what makes more money? Does games make more money or consoles still make more money?
Consoles, they don't make much money on them. I mean, some of them are sold at a loss. Some of them are only make $10 or $15 a console. It's the game.
So going back to Prof's point, is Nintendo still eating because of the game sales?
Well, we're not talking about
Nintendo,
money. They got more money than Sony. I mean,
yeah, they ain't got to worry about that. That's
right.
split.
I mean,
this is the biggest thing.
Not far as like overall Nintendo, like not overall Nintendo. I meant just strictly from like their games and their sales, just strictly on that end. Like, are they making more money from their games than Sony's making from their games?
They don't have enough games being sold, even though they're first party.
No, well, they probably got more exclusive games sold than Sony's exclusive games.
Right,
I don't think he's trying to say the whole spectrum. I
get what you're saying. Well, yeah. That's probably accurate.
Possibly.
That's probably accurate.
We would have to.
Sucks.
We would have to. Let's see. Best selling.
You have to look at their books.
PS4 games.
That's a little.
Let me see.
Is that out there?
Hold on. PS4. Yeah. Well, you're right. I'm looking. Uncharted 4, 2.7, but that just came out this year. But even The Last of Us Remake, well, that don't count. Infamous 1 million, and that game's 2 years old.
Fucking Knack.
Knack's not on here. Of course, that better not be.
So here's a question. Going back to what Prof was saying, and what Barry was sort of saying, would you guys consider selling your exclusive title better than selling a third party? Like what would weigh more to you guys, selling your home brand or selling the other
personal
brand?
interest? It would be mine, but when it's all said and done, I would rather do both. That way, I could get the best of both worlds.
Both money.
But
yeah.
the problem with that is if your game is if you're bringing in The Witcher, because I've said this before, if Nintendo brings in The Witcher, it's not going to be nowhere near as good as PS4, Xbox, or PC. Yeah. So it kind of begs the question, why even do it and just keep coming out with your own shit that's going to keep getting more money back into your pockets, especially when you're outdoing the other class. That's how I think they think, is because of that. Because they have so much money, like we're going to talk about Nintendo as a company, because they got so much money, they can get away with doing things like this and still be good. Then they come out with a statement saying, don't worry about the Wii U sales. We good. We can stop making systems right now and we'll be good for 50 years. We got enough money in the bank. That's some big cojones ass shit right there, B. Like they can say they stop making games for 50 years and they still be rich, have more money than Sony. Like that's some petty shit right there. Like they can keep doing that.
You know what sucks? That Sony's 17 billion in, and that's between their TVs, their cameras, that's their phones that they had. That's with so much shit. Maybe I don't know enough about Nintendo, but all I know really about them is like say their specific games and their consoles. I don't know what else they have on board. But
toys.
Sony was
toys.
Sony was more at one point.
They had movies, but Sony
there was 60 million in 2001.
Theaters and stuff like
60
that.
billion, sorry.
They put stuff out that people don't really buy because it's overpriced. Laptops, some of the TVs, things like that.
Yeah, Sony is when it comes to technology wise, like they were above in far and beyond as well.
Yeah, but Barry, you had a good point. It looks like Nintendo exclusives sell better than and I mean from the console sold ratio. So it looks like. Because I think they only sold, 13 million Wii U's or 15? It said 5 million people bought one of those games. That's a third of the install base. With Sony, it says something like 30 or 40 million. I don't know. But the highest exclusive they sold was, based off of this list, it might be outdated or wrong.
And then, so to go on to to go on to that point, right?
Yeah.
To continue on to that whole point, that's for console.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even considering handhelds, because it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
exclusive
yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
all of their games are, because not paper. What's the game? Mario Studio Creator or whatever. That did ridiculously well on DS as well. So like they really get a lot of money out of these games, even though we give them L's and stuff like that. Like we're not gonna sit back here and act like they not out here still making games.
Yeah, I'm looking. I mean, Pokemon X and Y, 15 million. Mario Kart, 14 million. Animal Crossing.
So
Wow.
maybe
10
so
million.
listen. So maybe
10 million? 10 million shit. Wow.
So maybe Nintendo
GG.
is actually looking at the books from a whole different way we've been looking the whole time.
Right.
Maybe they're looking
Right.
No,
as
but
in-
they've
Right.
no, but that's the thing. They've always been doing that. That's why
That's
when
what
they
I'm
get
saying,
called
yeah.
out, no, exactly. That's why when they get called out, you don't hear a response like you would when you see Phil Spencer gets on board and starts talking about how he's trying to do this and trying to do that.
Yeah, because they don't have to.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And like we all gave Nintendo flack at one point.
They
But
should.
what I will say, yeah, of course. But what I will say is that I think it's time to just like not say, oh, that's it, we got to stop. But we got to understand like this is just their style. This is what they're gonna do, and that's how they're gonna execute it. We don't like it. I may not agree with 100%. I do feel like maybe they should bring some third parties. But at the end of the day, I'm just thinking, how many studios have Sony's first party have closed versus Nintendo's first party studios? We have more Sony first party studios
Preach.
closing.
There it
Same
is.
thing with Microsoft
There
first
it
party
is.
studios
Same thing with
closing
Microsoft.
than
Well,
Nintendo's.
hold
Well,
up,
just to
though.
be fair,
We're
because you
being-
said it before.
I agree. But anytime you project you're going to sell 100 million consoles and you sell 15, you fucked up.
Of course, no, and that's without a doubt, no. And I'm not taking that away from any. That's still a fuck up on their end. But I'm still saying at the end of the day, I think they don't speak on the fact of why they're so different. They don't speak on behalf of everything they're doing, because if you look at it, you have Microsoft and Sony who closed most of their first party studios down versus Nintendo, who's been out there. Mario, they've been out for years. So and they're still dropping Mario games. So it's almost like, yeah, who are you?
Is that the same studio putting out Mario and Donkey Kong and all of that, though?
I know it's the same actor, shit. The same guy doing all four of those
The
characters.
same
Like,
studio.
Sony and Microsoft have more studios working on the game. I don't know how
But
many studios
that's
Nintendo
true.
has.
That's true, but what happened ever since PS4 dropped and Xbox One, we've seen a number of studios close on Sony and Microsoft's end. I'm just
I
saying.
engage.
I mean, but we're
I
also
understand,
not.
but how
we're
many
also not
studios does
focusing in
Nintendo
on-
have, though?
I wouldn't know. I would have to look
Right,
that
and
up
we're
right
not
now.
also
Yeah, we don't
looking
know
at
that.
Nintendo's studios like that. Like we're not like,
Yeah, it might be
because it's
4
not
people.
blasted all over the internet. Like their shit is blasted and talked about probably in Japan. Like don't nobody, like the games ain't they shit isn't designed for us. Like it's
Of course, I agree.
really not designed for us. We just happen to love it because of nostalgia and the way we grew up. That's the reason why their system hasn't changed. They thought that when my man's passed away that it was going to be like a whole revolution and shit was about to change. And no, what the number one saying is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not broke. I mean, they ain't sold 100 million, but they're still making their money back from all these exclusive games when it's all said and done. So it's like, I personally want more. Me being me, us being us, gamers being gamers, we want more from Nintendo, but they looking at like, y'all get what y'all want. Nigga. We'll give it to you when we feel like it. Do something about it.
And would you guys say that this is more or less a business strategy, or would you say their philosophy as like a culture?
Man,
I would
these
say
You know
both.
what I mean?
These dudes, I liked it when it was the three. I liked it when it was Sega, Sony, and Nintendo. It almost feels like Nintendo is like, all right, I see what y'all doing over
Non-existent
there. We can't
almost.
compete with that. Let's go ahead and get out. And I don't think they want to charge $500 for their consoles and stuff either in order to compete with them. To be fair, I don't know if they want to put out a $500 console or was the Wii $400 ever?
I think
I don't
the
know.
first one was not the Wii, but the Wii U.
Okay, I don't think
I think
they
the bundle
wanna,
was $399.
See,
That was one thing that the Wii did too. The Wii was always the lesser expensive of the
Cheaper.
three too.
I don't think they
That
wanna do
that helped out their sales a lot, actually.
I mean, would you buy a $600 Nintendo console?
Oh,
I wouldn't be rushing towards that. No.
if the Wii U was $200, I'd probably get it. I'll be honest.
I would have spent $600 on that because I know my primary playtime is spent on PS4 and Xbox One. I mean, like I said before, $250, $300 is not really much. Is not that expensive for me to play Nintendo because they got a lot of my fan favorites. and that's a fair price on my end, especially with what they're releasing as far as like handheld type consoles and stuff like that. If they were releasing that kind of price for an actual console, like a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, like an actual console, that's a little bit too cheap. They would probably raise the price on it, but I don't know. I mean, shit, do I want another console? No, I don't mind anything different. Just shit, give me games. Give me some good games. And I mean, like what Abel and Prof said before, give us internet. And what Barry said, game chat.
Please. Yeah.
Come on, man. Let people interact. Like, holy. I mean, maybe they're just trying to really avoid that type of internet scene because we've noticed throughout the years, we've had a lot of weirdos on PlayStation.
Same for the kids,
One.
Rick.
Yeah, you know, and they and even though they make consoles for everyone, they're not stupid. They know a lot of their games and consoles are very well made or sold for kids. So I don't think they want to have that type of, you know, burden on their shoulder. Like, oh yeah, we got now people calling somebody the N-word or something like that on our console game chat. Like, I don't know. We don't. I don't.
Though,
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know specifically why they don't.
But
do
they
it.
might think like that though, Chase. So like, yeah, like we might be like, yeah, we can't police that, but they might feel like
they had violent games and shit.
No, not violent games. I'm talking about the online experience with game
no, the
chat.
online. Yeah.
Game chat.
I mean,
Like, violent games, they should bring that back, no
still
doubt.
had bad foul language and shit like that on some of those GameCube games. They had some of those themed games on there.
But there's warrant that weren't those like scripted, you know, we're talking about a story game, a game with a story.
You're saying online,
yeah,
but that's still foul language. Is foul language. I'm saying on the GameCube they had more of those games, but after like the Wii came out, they're like, yeah, we just gonna not have any of those games.
What's the name? Was an exclusive, wasn't it? Resident Evil 4 was an exclusive, wasn't it?
Resident Evil. I don't know if it was an exclusive, but they had that. They had there was plenty. Let me see if I can find any rated M games.
For GameCube or Nintendo?
I'm telling you, here we go.
Was it Nintendo GameCube. Or GameCube?
GameCube.
What about Eternal Darkness? Was that
was
already
on there? Yep. Resident Evil 4, absolutely. Def Jam, that they wasn't really cursing and stuff on there though. Oh man, they had BMX Triple X on GameCube, yo.
Yeah,
you could straight make a naked chick on there.
Really?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that. Wow.
So yeah, Resident Evil 4 was actually a Nintendo GameCube exclusive, and I was right there.
Conker's Bad Fur Day, N64. There you go. Motherfucker was cursing his ass off.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So
I mean, that's fine. I
mean, No More Heroes for Wii.
At the end of the day, what I'm saying is, games, of course, they have violent games that have maybe, you know, fucking sexual content. That's all fun and gravy. That was approved by them, I guess. I'm talking about if you have someone online, you know, just the fact we've seen that a lot go on. I mean, I don't see people. Well, I mean, same thing with games too. We see shit like the Overwatch situation where they had to change the girl's position. That's corny. But I mean, I don't know why they don't have game chat, which doesn't make sense. I can't even talk to people on a Pokken tournament. That don't make sense to me.
You know why they got it.
Why is that, Chase?
Man, because they too busy trying to parent people instead of letting the parents.
But like you said,
that's
though,
what I was just saying.
Yeah, that's what Ricky was saying. But like you said, though, Chase, that shouldn't be what they govern. You know what I mean? Like that shouldn't be something that they're like. But again, they're trying to appeal to the kids. I don't know. But to me, I agree with Ricky. Let it happen. And like, listen, parents just have to watch their kids. That's how I feel.
What's up with this parenting the kids stuff, though? You don't never see how many kids is on Xbox 360 on Xbox Live, yo.
People niggers and stuff.
Yeah, like
damn, Nick just said that shit
straight. Kids are on every console.
Sorry.
I don't understand that. Like, they're going for the kids. The kids is on Xbox. Like, they're everywhere.
I agree with Ricky though. Let the internet be the internet on the next one. If they feel like doing it, please let it happen. Just let it go.
There's parental controls and allow parents to disable party chat and things like that, or maybe have to have the parent,
there you go.
Something. But goddamn, don't nobody want to have these
don't cut it off.
games and you can't talk to people and shit like that. Right? Like, get out of here. I don't know. Anybody got any last words before we move on?
We killed that joint.
Yeah. Apparently, real quick, the Xbox was supposed to do a handheld called the X-Boy. It ended up not doing it.
The X-Boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
That's
supposed
funny.
to come out before the Xbox 360.
It sound like a porn set.
Right. X-Boy.
That shit might have been alright though. Who knows? On the subject of Xbox, actually, nah. Let's do this. Oh, yes. Any video game rumors and news on you, Prophecy?
The wife just took my phone, but I'll see if I can remember some of the things. One of the things is the god Yoshida, Kojima, just started playing Pokemon Go. Thought that was kind of random. So this nigga.
What?
So like y'all know, I'm a fan of Pokemon Go. I uploaded on the channel on the God, PokeGod. And I enjoy it. Ricky's playing it, and everybody I know really is out there having a good time, especially that boy Carter. Like, so everybody's really enjoying it. Now, I feel like I don't have to say this, but because this nigga did it, I feel like I should like advise it. So you already know some of the news about people, finding dead bodies and people getting robbed. Well, this nigga took it to another level and decided YOLO. And this man hopped the White House fence to catch a Pikachu.
Oh.
And when he was on the ground, first of all, the Secret Service don't play no games. They had G36s all on that man's head. It's like 10 of them surrounding him, snipers, lock loaded. Listen, Pikachu not worth it, fam. Like, if you in Washington, don't be hopping no fences, B. Like, I don't know what the hell.
Did he catch it?
Like,
Did he catch it?
I don't know, but I don't care.
Oh, he would have caught a bullet.
I don't care, cause like it's not like it was a Dragonite or somebody, but it was a Pikachu, fam. Like they around, be like it's not like it was so legendary, nigga. Like, you know what? Fuck it, I gotta do it. So just be on the lookout for that, man. Like don't be. I'm enjoying the game, but I'm not putting myself in situations that cause crazy repercussions. Like if I see a police officer, as a matter of fact, one of the gyms down the block is police station. I'm black. I ain't going to that goddamn gym. I'm just drive right past that motherfucker. They can have that gym. I'm good. I'll find the next one. So just be careful, fam, out here. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. What a stupid motherfucker. Hopping over the wall. Ridiculous.
At the White House.
At the White
God.
House. Boy, you asked for trouble. Before we get too far, here it is. Y'all know the drill. GamingIlluminati.com. Download the app. Go to the website. Matter of fact, they just redid the website too, so it's even cleaner than it was the first time. So if you need articles and all that stuff, go over there. Plus, some of those articles is funny as hell because I'm used to more politically typed correct articles, but on there, like one of the titles of the articles for the CS:GO situation, the end of the title said Valve told them to delete all that shit. Like, I don't know if you ever seen that Vine and shit. So anyway, check them out. Download the app. Check out the YouTube channel, GI Updates.
Check them out.
Yeah. So moving on. Xbox One S officially confirmed. 40% smaller. And I think we reported last week that they're going to have a trade-up program, which means if you have the Xbox One original, you'll get hopefully a substantial credit towards the Xbox S if you want to get that. So hopefully they give us at least 100. I don't know how much more that's going to be.
Jeez, you think 100 is a good? I would think a little more.
If the console's only 300 and they give us 100, that's 200. 150. Give us 150.
Okay, there we go.
Give us 150. Right. Now, because I'm only saying that because when the Xbox was $500, they gave $100 credit for the PS3, but that you still had to pay $400.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They gave me $125 at GameStop.
Okay, $125.
Damn. Okay.
I thought originally before they started doing all those crazy deals, they was offering $100 for $360. But anyway, they're gonna have some type of trade up. So let's say they gave you $150. It's gonna have 4K movie, HDR. This is basically sounds a lot like the PS Neo to me. And they got that big ass power brick is gonna be gone. They can give you a smaller plug. Finally, I know it's not a big deal to most people, but it's about goddamn time Xbox had a smaller plug. So that's all going to be coming out August 23rd, I believe it says on here.
Yeah.
It's August 23rd.
In New Zealand, U.S. and Australia and Canada, August 23rd.
So there's going to be a 1 terabyte and 500 gigabyte version of those. And, I mean, that's really just about it. Yeah, who getting Xbox Slim in here?
I am.
I can't see myself doing one. I can't see myself doing one. Not right now.
Why day one, Ricky?
Because I do that with all my purchases, man. Day one. I'm selling my Halo 5 Xbox One. I'm getting this shit. I just have to do it. Because it's gonna
get the gears though, Ricky. Oh, you getting the gears?
Whichever bundle, whichever bundle's available. I mean, hold up. You mean Gears of War Ultimate Edition?
I think it comes with.
No. The Gears of War console that's coming out. Since you got the Halo Special one, you might as well trade up for the Gears one, the S.
When does that one come out?
I think it's gonna be releasing the same day as the original. The Xbox One X, August 23rd.
But that's what I'm saying.
That, and they're doing a Madden one, aren't they?
No, that's the thing. Which Gears is available? Because why would they make a console with no Gears game that comes in it?
I
wouldn't do it if it's Gears Ultimate Edition. To me is pooty. I don't really play it that much.
I see.
That makes sense.
I legit. I don't even care at this point. I would do it for Madden, or even Halo. Both Halo, because it comes with 2 Halos. I see. So I'm gonna just sell my Halo 5. I have to do it, yo. Like I'm an idiot. I gotta do it. So it's day one. You buying it too? Day one, Chase. So I don't know why you asked me.
I didn't say that.
There you are.
I didn't say that. I said
you don't do it. You don't do it.
I didn't say if I was or was not.
Will you do it? Are you gonna do it? You don't know yet?
I don't know.
You will. That means you will.
Hey, Chase, what is this on the screen right now?
Yeah, what is that?
Is this Forza?
No.
I'm buying that shit day one.
I'm on the chat. I'm talking about on the chat. I mean on the stream.
Scalebound, yo.
It look like Scalebound. Yeah.
That's day one.
Yeah, that's not a question.
True day one. That's the meaning of day one right there.
Is that on everything?
It's on PC. Come on, man.
What you're talking about? Because I'm looking at it right now. I see Forza. I don't see Scalebound.
He's looking at the screen, not the preview.
Okay, yeah, that Forza's getting his day 0. So if only they had.
You know what? I wanted to say. I just thought about it since we just said that. If you pre-order NBA 2K17, the 1992 Dream Team is in the game.
Whoa.
I think I'm like 90% confident they got Charles Barkley to finally sign off on.
Yes, he did. Jay-Z got him, fam. Even though I don't use him.
Oh, man, the game.
Come on.
I need Rasheed, man. They need Rasheed Wallace. I'll be good.
Rasheed Wallace.
I'm a Piston, man. Come on, don't disrespect. Come on, man, don't do that.
He ain't got a car.
That's a defensive stopper, right?
Rasheed Wallace.
You gonna disrespect the 04 Pistons?
Did you see those three?
Man, he good. But
hopefully they fix Allen Iverson's hair.
Ain't nobody picking him to start they squad. Ain't nobody picking him to be on the All-Star team.
No, listen, if he's in a pack opening, you know how many people are gonna be hyped?
Ain't nobody gonna be hyped for no Rasheed Wallace in the pack.
That might be that's a little
man. Is it gonna be legit hype? That's like, come on, man.
Wait, who? Charles Barkley or
Rasheed Wallace? Who like?
They give a nice ass Rasheed and Ben Wallace. I like Rasheed. I like
Rasheed Wallace. I like his forces, yo. He has some rare forces.
Especially you got a big man that can shoot threes. Yeah, niggas would be hyped.
Pack opening. Oh my God,
he good, but like not pack opening, like All-Star.
I mean, they came out with an amethyst or something. I mean, Chase, they came out with like some bum ass niggas. Be like,
I mean, I was laughing because somebody got hyped over the Joe Dumars. I like.
Listen,
dudes is good, but they don't be like spectacular. Like I gotta have this to start my franchise. Good.
As far as
listen, the only reason I'm hyped, I remember I'm from Detroit, so when I get bad boys players like that, any Pistons in general, I'm gonna be geek for it.
So you gonna start Joe Dumars on your lineup on 2K against another player? You gonna have Joe Dumars in the game?
I mean,
I got him on the bench.
Hey Barry, I gotta ask you.
I wouldn't say that, but if you're on the
squad, run with him. Let him run with him.
Joe got a crazy 3-pointer.
Hey Barry, I gotta ask you a question.
What's up, Nick?
So if you was playing All-Star Team Up, would you pick any Bad Boys Piston players?
No. Exposed.
Why wouldn't I pick Isaiah Thomas, sir?
Oh God.
I ain't mad at that.
Come on, man. Don't do that, man.
All right. I fuck with that answer.
Yeah,
At least, hey, it's
and
okay.
he said it fast too.
He get a
I
win.
ain't mad at that.
Yeah, he get a win.
One person picked I think it was the Pistons Dennis Rodman one time, so I'm just saying.
Drummond is nice in All-Star.
Yeah, Drummond's good.
Drummond's nice as fuck.
Okay. That's all.
All right, real quick, Rise of the Tomb Raider is finally coming out for PS4, October 11th. Somebody did a fart noise. That game is real good.
Right.
I don't know who did that.
I
They got to stop with the helicopter final bosses. That shit's whack as fuck. Two games in a row, y'all had me fight a helicopter with Laura Croft. I do not appreciate it. If you do get it, you'll get the ride.
Didn't they have co-op?
I thought they have a co-op on there of some kind. I seen footage of it. Was not too impressed with that. And I thought you would get the Tomb Raider from 2013 on. Maybe that was another article. Anyway, moving on. Abel's favorite game, his day 0. No Man's Sky. The exclusive.
Oh man.
The exclusive. No Man's Sky.
Paying full cash, 60 bones. Not getting no other websites, no discounts.
Bruh, he getting the season pass that got extra planets, even though there's a
Yo, chill, yo. That was he's an extra planets.
Extra planets.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I want to see what this game is gonna do. But
Barry, I heard you liked it, bro. Like I heard you like what you're seeing, not.
I see how Abel tried to shift.
I want to try
right
it.
there.
Yeah, he did.
To be fair, Barry been wanting this game since day one, though.
Yeah,
like, he been interested since day one.
I just want to. I really because I'm in a point where I'm very curious of how this game is really gonna play out. Like, because they're saying so less about it. It's like, is this game like? What is this? You know what I'm saying? I'm just excited.
Yeah, what is this?
Like, I'm excited to see what it is, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited. But my question is, they said this game is gonna be 6 gigs. How do you fit this much content in 6 gigs, yo? That's what I'm scared about.
It's cloud. It's supposed to be. Well, I got corrected. They said it was supposed to be. Most of this data was coming from the cloud or some shit.
They said it was. From what I was reading, they said it was no loading screens though.
Yeah,
so you tell
no
you can do
screens.
6 gigs with no loading screen, yo.
Wow.
Yeah, but look at this game. I'm sorry, I don't like to do this. I mean, some games look trash, then you play them, you be like, holy shit. So I guess that's a possibility. It does say something about here. You can kill things and you can harvest stuff.
Yeah. Yo, you know what sucks?
You could start getting attacked for that and become like a fugitive amongst all the planets.
You know what sucks?
Yeah.
They're very late when they announced. Like, I did not know that you could craft weapons, you could find stuff, you could do all this crazy shit, survival type game shit until this month. Like, that's the terrible shit. All this whole year, the year and before that they were like promoting this game. I'm like, this game is trash. Like, what the hell is this? You just traveling planets, you just find new shit.
Yeah, it's like the whole crafting thing. I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. There's no real building in this game, though. They said.
Yeah,
still is, same.
No, but I wouldn't say Minecraft though. There's so many games that craft.
Yeah, but that's why everybody keeps shanking me with like, oh, how are you gonna diss this title and this shit could be potentially the next Minecraft or whatever.
Somebody said it's gonna be the next.
In my comment section, bro, I get that all the time. They're like, how you could just shit on the potential of the game, and I'm like, bro, none of this is proven. Like, you can't even tell me if you could build structures in this game, and they're like, true, but then how you gonna tell me it's potential to be Minecraft? Like, get the fuck out of it. Like, that's stupid to me. Like,
Able to be fair. Like, well, my thing is this. Like, with this game, I wouldn't if it had like if it was like, oh, this is like another Minecraft. That's pretty interesting to me. But I don't believe so, because in Minecraft, the point is you can build and set up, like, beat the world. There's no Ender Dragon in this shit. This game doesn't give you the ability to build. At least they didn't announce it yet, that you can build stuff, like as far as buildings and stuff. All you do is, it's like a regular survival horror game on Steam where you find plants and crops and shit, and you can build little weapons and stuff. Like, that's the type of game it is. So I'm like, why didn't they announce this early on and decided to announce it literally like in July? Like, that don't make sense.
You know what? Now that I'm really sucking in like what this game is about. It looks empty.
I feel
like it feels like I feel like it's empty to the point where like, yes, you're doing like you're discovering all this stuff that they're trying to sell it. Like you discover all this stuff, you're supposed to do these fights, and you know what I'm saying. You're supposed to craft this stuff, but why? Like, why?
Exactly. But again, the end goal, quote unquote, is finding the center of the fucking universe.
You heard Chase? Yeah.
So,
well, I was doing. That's what Abel did. He said,
"Oh, I'm sorry."
All I'm saying, this shit look like it belong at the science center. This look like you go to one of those places and all the kids is waiting in line and you finally sit down. They put the VR headset on you. You only get like 40 seconds and then they kick you off and you gotta get back in a long ass line. That's what this shit look like. A exhibit at the science center, bruh. Like,
and they have this new interface where it sort of looks like the Destiny menus where you're going through like and stuff like that.
So all the games you don't like, you're about to buy this shit.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes you gotta buy games that you think look trash just to see if you was right or wrong.
Exactly, bro. That's exactly how it is.
I came in on the conversation y'all had earlier. I ain't buying it no more. What's that link?
I got the links, man.
I was reading a little bit though. I like the way they making the world sound. Like it's the world sounds interesting. I see how it has like a little survivalist, you know, kind of like Fallout 4 type stuff with it. You know, like watching your hunger and everything. But I don't know, like just like off of just looking at it, it's exactly what Chase said. But I feel like you would have to buy it to actually see like what's going on with the shit.
But the fact that
day one GameFly.
But this is a day one.
A day one game share. If somebody
game share, right?
Well, then I'm gonna have to see the person who bought the game that game shared with you because I'm gonna be disappointed at him. Shit, I got them links.
And everybody keeps hiding behind the excuse is that Sean Murray, the producer for the game, he wants everybody to figure out what the game is about when it's released. So everybody, when I say there's a lack of information, everybody hits me with, they did that on purpose. That's bullshit. You can't it's just like everybody just keeps saying that as an excuse. It's like you'll find out what it is when you get it. What? Like I don't know what I'm getting into.
I think that's the lore, Abel.
I don't know.
I think that's the lore. They want you to try and find the center of everything.
That's gonna be some shit. You bet you're gonna buy that shit. You better buy the platinum edition. I want to see a review on that shit. I need to see
IGN ain't gonna get that shit 10 out of 10.
IGN ain't gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Hell yeah.
Best graphics.
Too many planets.
So many planets.
I mean, 18 quintillion. 18 quintillion. Come on, like honestly, as a person, like we consider ourselves gamers. Like, you want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to feel like you can win the game. Usually, not most games you want to feel like you can win.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to play a game. I mean, like, The Sims is maybe one of the exceptions. But even in The Sims, as you're going through and you get into level 10 career and you learning all these skills and all that shit, you feeling like you winning. I just, with the way No Man's Sky look, it just looks like I'll never feel like I won.
Lack of promotion.
I'm saying.
I mean, that's like Minecraft.
Maybe they have an achievement system for like how many
points. You don't do anything really besides build and like survive in
Yeah,
Minecraft.
but remember Minecraft, you can actually play out the game and try to get to the Ender Dragon though. Like there's an actual you can defeat that motherfucker. Like there's something to do in Minecraft.
There's no saying that there's not nothing to do in this game.
That's what I'm saying. They're not saying
a long time to figure that out about Minecraft because the majority of the people that play Minecraft literally only go there, build to play with their friends, and have fun. Like,
but that's
outside of that,
play with your friends. You can hardly play with your friends in this.
No, you can't play with your friends in this game. Like that's the problem.
You see, that's the upsetting part because they're not even telling you anything, and I feel like they're not telling us everything because there's probably not much to fucking say about the game. Or because like that, yeah, exactly. And the thing is, if imagine they have an achievement on PC. Like, travel at least like 100,000 planets. Somebody hacked. Somebody had a hack.
They'll have that. That's actually going to be an achievement. Probably like travel.
I feel like
100 million.
Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it.
There's going to be somebody on the internet that's going to stream it, and he's going to put his controller down, and it's going to be like with a rubber band on it, and he's just going to go straight, fly straight, and just not turn it off.
What is he shooting? Is there health on this?
Yes, it's health.
There's like health.
Yeah, in the upper.
You gotta
upper right.
You can't go away from
up for left.
Hey, if you sure you want to get this game, man, I'm gonna ask just one more time.
Oh no,
sure.
We going.
Nah, he's getting it. He's getting it.
We gonna get to the challenge in a minute because we got to talk about the challenge. Matter of fact, let's get to the last topic so we can get to the challenge.
Got you.
Yeah. We'll skip these.
Boy, all that ass sound like you about to catch on fire. I heard that shit.
So what
He's over there rubbing their
fucking hands burned and shit.
Right. Start a match.
So We Happy Few is out. So Abel, I want you to talk about We Happy Few. I know you said you had around an hour.
Yeah.
All right, talk about that hour. It's early access. The game's not even complete. When they showed us at E3, I thought the game was complete. I was kind of like really ready and like mildly excited, which I don't really get too excited before actually getting my hands on the game. Come to find out that the game is in early access, and it will be in early access from 6 to 12 months. So, with that in mind, go ahead, Abel.
Yeah, so guys, if you are not hip to We Happy Few, if you've seen the prologue or / introduction that we've seen during the E3 press conference, that's how the game starts out as. There's a place where everything is happy, essentially, right?
Aww.
And there. Wait, so say that again?
No, I said, "Oh."
I thought somebody said something. Oh yeah, so essentially everything's happy, but that's a false illusion. All right, there's a feeling that you get when you take this pill called a happy pill, a joy pill, I should say. So you pop the joy pill in, and then everything becomes colorful, illuminated, and the reality of your situation goes away. Okay, now when you come off this high of this joy pill, you see your reality. Now, again, in the introduction, there is a part that's really cool where you actually have to hit a piñata. Now, while you're on this joy pill, you're hitting a piñata, okay? Like, in that reality, you're hitting a piñata, and it's all colorful. Everybody's, like, cheering you on. But then when you come off the high from the joy pill, you're beating a rat.
Wait.
And then people are feasting on a rat. So in that segment there, you come off the high from the pill, and then the lady questions you. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you didn't take your pill, did you?" And he was like, and then the guy just starts sprinting off, and then next thing you know, they're calling in these guys to come and chase you down so you could take your pill. Now the guy gets knocked out. He wakes up in this lair, and then he has to get out. Now this gentleman seems like I wouldn't want to say he's rebellious, but he wants to know his reality. And now there's a nice crafting system in the game that I have to give. What is it called? I forget what the studio's called. Yes, thank you, Rick. There's a great crafting system in here that reminds me of i.e. of how a BioShock would be in essence or whatever, right? And the art style is really beautiful. Now, what you have to do with all the materials that you get, they help you solve puzzles in tasks that you have to do on the map. Now, this is like a vertical slice of a game, so it's not the full experience at all. For $32, I was really like, bro, like this is an early access title. I thought this was a full game experience. Now, if this was a full fleshed out experience, I would be more geeked to play it. But as it is, I see where things are headed. There's no story here at all. There's no like story dialogue. Everything's like a mission. You meet this guy, and then he's going to tell you what you need. Well, he doesn't directly tell you, but he gives you like clues onto what he needs. Then you have to search around the town and define that item or object that he needs, and then he'll help you along in something else. And that's basically how it goes. But the art style is beautiful. The crafting is beautiful. Now, what? Yeah, go ahead, Propo.
Can you take the pills at any given time, or is
you have to find the pill? You have to find the pills throughout the town. All right, and they're not plentiful at all. So they're very scattered around. So when you take this happy pill, what you see could be different. So you might get a different reaction out of somebody if you take the pill. Somebody might interact with you in a different way. So like you might approach somebody and then you're not on the pill. They'll be like, "Yo, get out my way." You take the pill. He's like, "Hello there, stranger. Welcome to my day," and it changes the situation.
So is there, based off of what you've played, is there two different objectives? Can you play the game while taking the pills versus not taking the pill at all?
It's a off and on thing. You need the pill is a situational thing. It's a situational thing. So it's like whatever the task calls for you to do, you might have to take a pill for just so you can see like, okay, am I doing this correctly? Is there anything that I have to do? The pill isn't necessary at all times. And again, it's scattered around the map here. And to be very fair, you don't know what the end game is particularly is. The thing just dropped out, but again, it looks really great, and I would like to get a full experience. And I'm shocked that this is just a quarter of the game.
Question: How complete is the game? How much stuff is there to do? Because, like I said, it's early access. A lot of the story isn't done. Certain areas of the game you can't even access. Certain missions can't be started.
Yes, you're right. Now in the game they do give you a warning, and they said that there will be pop-ins, texture pop-ins, progress could freeze, the game could shut down altogether. They give you a whole list of things that could go wrong. And to be fair, my experience was not bad. I didn't see no freezes, didn't get none of that. But they do warn you. They're very honest and they say, hey, listen, if any shit goes wrong, it's early access, guys. But the experience is so polished and the potential is so much, it's so there that this could be something phenomenal in the future. And I'm not even into this style of game. Like I just got in it for the story, how the E3 presentation was. I'm not particularly into this, but the way it was going, I was like, yo, the potential's through the roof here.
I remember this game last year at E3. That was the first time they showed it. And then I had forgot all about it until this E3. When they started showing gameplay. So when I first seen it, I got really excited because I really thought it was BioShock for the longest time. And then, it said we have a few. It looks interesting. I don't know, and you could help decide. If it's $30, right? So is it worth its price tag right now to play
Ricky,
this game?
You know the Connect. You help me out with that. What I'd say at $30.
He tried to throw Ricky under the bus.
No, Ricky.
No, I don't know who you contacted.
Yeah, I know. I got it. You said I got it from you, Ricky.
You went to the
terminal. Yeah,
I told you, Chase, about that site.
Yeah. So Rick put me on to that. Thank you, Rick.
I thought you were talking about Way X.
Oh no, not that way. No.
Not the legal way.
But going back to what Prophet's saying, at $30, some people is gonna say justified straight away. Some people are gonna be like, oh, I like this experience. I know it's not the full thing. Okay, I can hang in there with this. For this being an early access game, I will say it's very polished. Very polished. I will give them credit on that. Now, you have the other spectrum that's gonna be $30. And this isn't the full game. Early access. We gotta wait how long? Early 2017.
I mean,
some people are gonna be like, nah.
We gotta be fair though. I mean, I know for a fact you done the same. We've all done the same. Well, some of us done the same. We purchase games in early access. So I mean, Dead by Daylight shit. The shit ain't even done 100%. We paid $15 for it early access, and the shit was early access for like a week. So I don't understand what their situation.
H1Z1.
H1Z1.
Another one.
They ain't showed that shit at E3 though.
Like nothing. Nothing.
Was like,
bro, it's supposed to come out this year.
That shit ain't even done.
That's what I'm saying. Now,
I got a question about that, yo. Like, how I've seen games like on Steam that's been on like early access for like 3 years, yo. Like
funding, and I don't know if it's only funding.
Rick, I'm sorry to cut you off, Rick. I would say half of it's kind of coward shit too. Like I think they hide behind this blanket of like early access to get away with the bullshit. Some people don't even adhere to the rules that Steam provide for them, so it doesn't even matter on the back end. It's just like they're burning the customer, and you got these freaking fanboys of the title that would tell you, like people tell me, oh, stop picking on H1Z1. I love H1Z1. H1Z1 is fucking shit though. At the same time, I hung in there with that shit, and that shit, no improvements, no nothing. So I'm like, what am I gonna say? Access. Like you know what I mean? I don't know. People hide behind early access. I don't like early access like that. I really don't.
I'm gonna chime in on this. We Happy Few because I've been on it for a couple hours.
Rick.
So first off, the game is set like in 1960s London basically, and you're in this Wellington Wells City, right? You're in that city. And it's like a retro futuristic city. The big thing is they separate everybody from the downers to the joyful people, and the downers are basically I feel like this game is all mental illness, which I like a lot because they turned it into like this crazy type of game where you have to choose sides. Now You can choose to take the pill, and the saddest thing about this game is you don't even know who you're playing as. Like, I still don't know. Maybe I'm bugging out. I still haven't found out like actual shit about my guy's background. I just know he used to be part of some type of. What's up?
Did you die? Did you die at all?
I died like 5 times, bro.
They tell you. They sort of give you a background story.
Well, they give you a background story on the newspaper.
On who you are.
And they
but
say
it's nothing crazy.
It's nothing crazy, which is like terrible because I thought this. Sorry for the trend. I thought they had like this crazy background story, and I thought they would have cutscenes. There's actually 3 playable characters in this game, and they then hit us with the but only one is going to be available today. We don't know when the next one's going to be available. I received an email from Compulsion saying that we're still working on the other 2 stories. And I'm thinking, so this ain't like just a one-person single-player story. This is like multiple stories. So I don't know how much depth they're going to have. I just know you're playing as someone who travels around the city trying to gather up items and stuff. And you're doing favors for other people, trying to help out other people, but at the same time trying to figure out your reality, like Abel was saying before. So, I mean, you have to find this joy pill, and basically, I would say this joy pill gives you like privileges and specific like abilities, because when you take this joy pill, and if you're in like this in the broken down city of Wellington, you're able to walk around everywhere you want. Your guy's approach is different. Everything's more happier. As soon as that fades away, there's like a ticker, and it tells you like, listen, your joy pill is fading, and you might have to take it again. Especially when I travel to the other city, the joy cities, all the cities that are only filled with joy, the cops start looking at you. The town starts looking at you, and they start telling you, you should start taking your pill. And I think that's why they made this game an open world survival horror. I don't know why it's a survival horror game. I asked them why they named it that, but it's very incomplete, because as you're playing the game, there's a lot of misinformation about why this is going on and why the people are wearing masks. Well, we do know why, the budget cost of that, but we don't know specifically why the city's divided into specific towns and what's going on. Is literally because the game isn't complete. There's a lack of character in the guy you play as, especially the dialogue is god awful. He says like 10 things to people in the city. He tells people things that don't make any sense to what's going on. So if somebody's cooking, he'll tell them, I can tell you a joke, and I'm just like, that shit makes no sense. Like, what are you talking about? So when you try to talk to him again, he doesn't even say the joke. So they have, there's a lack of depth in there. I mean, I love the crafting system in that game. It reminds me a lot like what Abel said, BioShock. The crafting system is really nice in that game. Everything you do has to follow up with stuff you find in the city. So you can't just continue and progress through the story. You actually have to find items and objects in the game. Yes. But one big thing is you're held back because the game is so incomplete. They don't give you, and I don't want hints and clues, but there's no significant point on the map.
You're on your own, bro.
You're on your own for everything.
You're on your own, bro.
There's so many glitches and bugs that it took me so long to find out that who's who, because there were people who needed to be at this specific spot of the game because it was presented at E3 and they weren't even there because there was so many bugs and glitches. So I had to kill myself 5 times in order for them to spawn. So basically, when you don't take this drug, you become a downer and you are not welcome in the city. As soon as you cross that barrier, everybody's gonna be out on the hunt to kill you. So
but how do they know if you're high or not?
Because when you take this joy pill, everything looks very dull, dark colored, very sad.
Tell them how you walk. Tell them how you walk.
Yeah, you walk.
That
you
Vince
walk.
McMahon.
Yeah, you got the Vince McMahon walk. Oh no, that's when you're on the joy pill.
When you're on the joy pill,
you walk like you Vince McMahon. You see the rainbow. Everything is like vibrant colors. When you're off the pill, everyone looks depressed, sad, dopey, drugged out. What, you alright, man?
What happened? You alright?
I'm playing this NHL with niggas online because it's
basically
like team.
I thought you got hurt.
Hands, B.
All right, so is the game ass? Is it worth $30? Would you tell these people? Okay.
I wouldn't say it's 30, man. You have no real story, so you can't complete any real objective because the game is not complete. You can get far, but then again, like, it holds you back because all the depth information you want to know, like, why is the city like this? What started this? Me personally, I feel like the government took over the town, and what they did was drug people up so that they don't know what's really going on. And the people who aren't taking the drug, they separated them. They don't tell you that, but that's how I feel it's going on.
Okay, and going off of what Ricky's saying and what Chase is asking, just point blank period, is this game worth the 32 or whatever? If you want to go in the investment side and say, hey, listen, I get the game at this price, full down the road, cool investment. Right now, currently, would I recommend one of my boys to check it? I can't. Not at $30-something. Not at that. It's not even complete at all. Like, I understand. For me personally, I didn't have the problems that Ricky had with the glitches and stuff like that, but I can't recommend it at 30 at all. And also, you have to keep in mind, this game is very hardcore in the survival essence. You have to watch your meters. You have to watch your hunger. You have to get rest. You have to be careful.
Yeah, you have to do that.
What houses you go in, because people will hop you because they feel like that's their territory. So it's like, it's very hardcore in that sense. And some people may not like that. Also, there is permadeath in the game. So if you don't turn off the permadeath feature, whatever progress you have contributed in the game, it will be all lost if you die once. So that's very hardcore.
One last thing. One thing that really sucks is I would like to tell you guys more about the story, but they dead ass left the story out. Like, that's the thing. Why you released the gameplay?
They sure did.
But but the story they told on the email said the story's not available. Like, that don't make any sense. So they put.
Sound like Street Fighter.
Nah, but you get what I'm saying?
Like official release date for it?
Yo, I thought it was July 26th. That's why they said it was.
You're right. That's what we thought.
They never said early access was July 26th. That's what I'm saying. So, Prof, like what you just said, like for real, bro. If you release a game, that's like saying, yo, I'm gonna release The Last of Us, but it's only gameplay, no cutscenes, no story. You're just out here killing clickers. Bro, that's what they did.
These are the guys that made Contrast.
They made Contrast, and I heard Contrast did pretty well as an indie.
It was a complete game.
That's why why I was upset, because you don't know your story. You don't know anything that's going on, and they said they're gonna release a story when the other two are complete.
I don't even know if I want to play that shit now, bro.
And to be honest with you, and I said there's so much great potential, but guys, I can't even give them the pass for that. We don't have a complete game.
$10. Would you recommend it for $10?
Under one condition. $10, meaning that when the game is completed, you only still had to pay that only $10. Right? Damn. Or no?
No.
Because that's early access. Because I mean, I don't.
Yeah. Ricky, Chase, that's under that stipulation. So if you paid the 10, you get the full game too.
When it releases.
Would you want to do that? Is that how you want to go with it?
$10 though?
I eat that for 10. I'll take that for 10. 30 might hurt me because we don't know when it's releasing.
True. I can see that.
10.
But you're saying pay $10 and you get for the full.
How about
game.
20?
No, that's the thing. That's Barry. That's really that's how early access works. You pay if you want to pay $60 when it fully releases, fine. If you want to show the support, which once again I didn't even know this shit had an early access on it.
Man,
so I'm thinking.
Hold up. I'm sorry.
What's up? No, go ahead, man.
Mr. Marino, love you, but stop with the damage control. There's been plenty of games that were alpha that had stories available. He just said the story is not available because it's an alpha. What?
They didn't even that's the problem. They didn't even tell us this was an alpha, though.
There are tons of alphas that have stories in the game.
That don't make sense. That I wouldn't even have.
The story before they even the game drops a lot of times.
Exactly. Like they didn't say that this game was early at E3. They Microsoft exclusive. They showed a demo. I'm like, oh shit. Then a couple days before the game come out, they're like, oh yeah, well we didn't tell y'all, like it's not really done.
They never told us that. That's what I'm saying. They never said, all right, guys, this is gonna release early access. The story won't be available. Hell no, I got a long ass email.
Because it's an alpha. That sir.
So you're telling me that's acceptable? You sent out a game with no story in it, but they have the gameplay to support the story. Releases? That makes no sense.
Though. Even Destiny's alpha had story in it a little bit.
Right. Like, I'm not saying a complete story. But there's almost no story. All right, let's get to the good shit. All right, first of all, shout out to Minnie. We have proposed a fun challenge for us here on the show. We know there's games we like, there's games we don't like, games that we would like to make somebody sit through torture and play. So what we have devised is a challenge. Now, we have a poll, which I'm going to post in the chat again. And it's also in the description. I want you all to vote. There's 4 names on there. I think right now the winner currently is the Game of L's. By 1 vote. Basically, we're going to assign each other a game to play. not this week, but maybe starting next week. You have to play it for 6 hours. You have to have, you don't have to post it on YouTube or anything, but you have to have footage proving that you played the game for 6 hours. You cannot play with another person. So if I made Prophecy play the Division again, he can't play with other people. He got to play by himself. What was the other stipulation?
That's fucked
Let's
up.
think. Okay.
I had a question.
If somebody,
I have a question. What if the game's not 6 hours?
Then that's
if you beat it, you beat it.
The person that picks it, that's up to them whether they want to pick a game that's less than 6 hours. If you beat the game, you only have to do 2 hours on the next one to balance it out. So we would just randomly pick people. Well, we would randomly pick each other. Name in the hat. I might get Ricky, but then Ricky might get Abel. So if I give Ricky a game, that doesn't mean he's going to give me one. That means, so we're going to randomly do it like that. So we talk about the worst possible fucking games. We talk about Bad Boys 2. We talk about Ride to Hell. We talk about Barry showed me this Bomberman on Xbox 360. That's a fucking trash show. We talk about like whatever games the person recommends, you have to play this shit. 6 hours. So we need y'all to first of all help us pick a name. So it's more of a challenge. Anybody that's been on the podcast more than 2 times is eligible to be a part of the challenge.
Sorry yet.
Do we have any other stipulations?
I mean,
must have footage or trophies saying the
trophies will be trophies.
Oh, yeah,
are
we checking trophies.
Definitely
achievements.
We checking
Yes.
achievements. We checking achievements. If it's an emulator,
Did we say, Chase? Did we say that help the person get the game, like share the library if it's need be,
if
different
they
things
can't,
like that?
If the person can't get it, we'll have to make sure the person can actually get access to the game.
We got to be fair with that. My thing is, are we allowed to live stream this?
You can do whatever you
Why
want.
not?
I don't
Yeah.
care what
That
you
was
do.
kinda a good video.
We have to and we have to talk about the likes and dislikes whenever we regroup once the 2 weeks. So we get 2 weeks to do this. 2 weeks, 6 hours. Any games that are at least PlayStation 2 up.
I'm telling you right now, you're letting us off easy with that one. 2 weeks for only 6 hours, bro.
It's not.
We put in like work hours a week on video games.
We do,
So 6 hours.
but when you have to take time away from those games you want to play, and you got to play Bad Boys 2 for 6 hours.
That's fucked up. Man.
Like that.
I'll make you play Duck Dynasty, Brent. Yeah, don't play Duck Dynasty on hard mode. Catch
Have
a
you
duck.
played some deer hunting games that'd be like in Burlington Coat Factory, one of them deer hunting games.
So make
No,
sure y'all
big game.
vote. Deer Hunter. Oh, let's see. Let me look up. Worst.
Barry, if y'all hear
my
next
God.
week, whoever's on the show next week is getting that work because they're definitely going to be in it too. It ain't just me, Prof. April, and Chase.
Oh, yeah. If you want here next week.
As a guest, you're getting screwed. And if you don't complete the game in 6 hours, damn, what happens if you don't complete the game in 6 hours?
What's the
Suspended?
You
or
don't
something
have
for the
to
show?
beat the game. You just have to play it.
No, 6 hours. What
If you
happens
don't
if you don't
play
play
it,
the game
like-
or play the game in 6 hours? For 6 hours.
If you don't play it, you got to PayPal everybody $5.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
So what if we do play the game?
Let me put that on here.
No, well, he did, Barry. What happens is if you do play the game for 6 hours, the next game is going to be, you got to play it for 2 hours.
No,
but
if you beat the game. Only if you beat the game does it go down to 2 hours the next time. Just because you played
So
it 6 hours.
So what's the benefit of winning the challenge?
There's no
that you
benefit.
beat these fucking games.
All we can do is hope somebody didn't get their 6 hours in and they owe us all $5.
So if you lose $5. But if you win, good job.
No, you don't lose $5. You lose $5
lose
per
20.
person.
That's worse.
If there's 6 people here, shit, you better recognize that $30 is gone.
So if you lose $30. But if you win, good job.
Y'all got me fucked up.
I definitely would want to do that. That sounds interesting.
Yo, Nick is gonna be like, can y'all at least give me NBA Live? Give me NBA Live though.
I'm gonna be NBA Live, Ricky.
The game of L's is currently winning. We only got 168 votes on here. No, I don't gotta be on the hardest difficulty. We ain't.
Nah, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. This gotta be an added rule. That shit cannot be played on easy. It cannot, bro. 6 hours on easy? I can do that shit.
All right. So,
Yeah, it
so
has to
okay,
be.
no. So it does have to be the hardest difficulty then.
I'm with it.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Oh
I'm giving one of y'all Bound by Flame.
Oh, come on, bro.
Y'all gave me the works on Bound by Flame.
Time out, bro.
Call of Duty Ghost on
Bound by Flame, bro.
Come on, man.
Yo, nah, that's the thing. Like, y'all gave me the works on Bound by Flame. Y'all might actually enjoy it. I saw. You know what? I may not. Oh yeah. I mean 25.
Let's see.
Somebody getting this murder so suspect. Yo.
Nah, yo, SFG. I said 6 people. That's $30.
Hey,
6 times
so
5 is
Bad
30.
Boys on the hardest difficulty. Oh God.
Yes. Yes.
Will Smith.
Yes. I like this. It's. I mean, yeah, ain't really no benefit. This shit's just funny to put people through torture. I mean, there's a chance that one of the games might not even be that bad.
Fuck.
Make you play the old school Freddy game or Jason game, whatever game that shit was.
That's. I mean,
That's
we can always expand the rules after the first go to make sure this is a doable challenge. Yo, man, I thought we wasn't gonna talk about Joe Montana. Nassim, come on, man. I thought those words could never be said, yo.
No, I'm making. Shit, I might make y'all play.
All right, so look. All right. How about this? So the loser. All right, so the losers got to pay up, right? What
The
if
person that
what if-
doesn't do it has to pay everybody? Yes.
What if there's 2 people? They gotta pay
So
up.
then they gotta pay up. Everybody about to make bank.
So look, what if
Alright.
if we do it, you get to gift them a gift on Steam. And it can be any game. This is the key.
That's doing too much.
So not necessarily.
Abel's
You know
like,
what I'm
fuck
saying?
it.
So like,
You mean if you give them, if you're assigning them a game?
so listen. Say if I'm like Chase, you gotta play Bound by Flame, right? So you do the 6 year, you do the 6 hours. What if I said, all right, you did it? I can just give you a Steam key. It don't have to.
Give me
My man Barry wants games and shit.
You want to give me a key to play it or after I played it?
After you played it.
No, you only owe everybody if you didn't do 6 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, you don't have to pay anybody.
Stupid. Damn.
Colonial Marines, trash.
Ooh,
That's garbage as fuck.
Colonial Marines.
Yo, I wish somebody would. Yo, people. I mean, y'all can give people ideas if you want to. I already have.
I'm making one of y'all play Knack.
See, Propsy's been a little bit too quiet. I feel like he over there scheming. His game list.
It's a whole Wikipedia page of games you can play.
No, I'm not thinking about it. I'm just trying to think of my PC's not built, so I don't know how I'm going to play these other games that's not on PlayStation.
I mean, we can at least get you on PS4. There got to be something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, we have to make sure the game that we get. If
The
it's,
Chase, we might have to hop on this. This hole's kind of tough, though.
what's that?
What
This
game?
NHL. I'll give you a better code.
Where I'll play it because I was getting ready to buy 16.
God damn it, yo!
That shit ain't as easy as it looks.
It's nowhere near because I'm actually playing because the only modes that I've been able to play so far is online. So it's like 5v5. So you just choose your position. It's like all-star team up or something. And this shit is no joke. Like
Hey,
The beta's out for PS4?
yeah,
Can you fight?
yeah.
It's lit. All right.
I'm done.
So I can't.
All right,
These niggas got 3 goals on us, B. Like we can't do shit on these
I wanna
niggas.
play.
So let me ask y'all, or do y'all want to limit it to PS3, PS, or do you want to just say like
Whatever is flaming,
Whatever.
I'm with it. I don't mind.
I mean,
Cause somebody said Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. That game is hard as a flying fuck, bro. We can't. That's all PS1 though.
What about that one Mario game that's hard as shit?
I like
forgot
the
what it was.
PS2 because I don't have a PS3, so
Yeah, I think PS2's
so PS2 I can do
PS2,
emulator. For PC I
GameCube,
can.
Wii, Xbox Original.
Hey, bruh. Whatever. It don't matter. I'm going after my man's up there. Oh, wait, he ain't even there. Hey.
It's
There
you
you
know it's fucked up. It's like we all can't wait to get Abel. Can't wait to get Abel.
That's fucked up.
Can't wait to get Abel.
We gotta take turns picking games for Abel. That's so fucked up, yo. Abel, man.
Yeah, what's up, boys? Yeah, what's up, man?
Let's get it, go!
All right, so let's quick run through. It looks the way it's looking from the polls. Game of L's is probably gonna be the name of the challenge.
You know,
Alright.
you know what I would have chose. Gotta catch them L's, nigga. Them Pokemons out here, nigga.
6 hours minimum. If you beat the game, you only have to do 2 hours on the next one. You don't do 6 hours in 2 weeks. You got to pay everybody $5. No, no co-op. Can't play with other people. And you got to play on the hardest difficulty.
Abel, I'm making you play Spider-Man 1.
Lord, well, what is
Abel, the fucked up thing is Abel is in such a bad situation because he said he ain't play a lot of games.
That's
so
what.
like,
That's why I said.
that's
That's why I said we can't wait to get
You
Abel.
getting it all, B. Like,
The
you going
works.
through the same struggle that everybody had to go through.
Put Abel in the hat twice.
I'm making Abel. Abel, you like first-person shooters? You're playing Haze. Oh man, that game was garbage. Turning Point. I'm making you play Yo, that game was trash.
Just gonna play H-hour for 6 hours.
I mean, we may
Just
even want to
fucking
consider.
don't.
We,
Oh my
we
God.
may even want to consider having the viewers pick a game for somebody. We have to figure out how we're gonna work that one.
Let's see how the first one goes.
Yeah.
Let's run the first one.
Hey, well, you look stressed already. You ain't even get a.
I'm shook, bro.
Spider-Man 1 though on hardest difficulty.
Spider-Man,
oh,
but see, that's not that to me. That's not that bad though. Like, I
Yeah,
know
like-
I'm gonna be picking the worst.
that's
of the
not a
worst.
bad game. Yeah.
No, like Spider, that'd be easy. Somebody said Shaq Fu. I'll gladly play Shaq Fu for 6. That game's
Yeah,
trash,
Shaq
but I'll
Fu.
play it, like,
Yeah, that'll get played.
this is, you know.
I think somebody gotta get picked that Bad Boys on hardest difficulties. Don't do it.
But yo, if you ain't never seen Bad Boys 2, I'm telling you that game.
He
is
said, "Is that
fucking-
Will Smith?"
Abel about to get this World of Warcraft working.
Oh man.
Wait. World of Warcraft. That's subscription based, huh?
Oh, you can get this League of Legends then.
I think the first 20 levels are free on World of Warcraft.
I'll make him play that game. It's a card game. I forgot which one it is,
Man,
yo.
Nah, we can't do League of Legends because they'll cuss you out if you don't know what you're doing in there. And
Nah, you know what?
They will cuss you out, boy. I tried to
Yo.
play at work one
It
day.
don't matter, B. Based off what you're saying, as long as and it's free. So
It's lit, Rambo.
Nah.
I can't wait till somebody get this Rambo.
You getting this Rise of Lyric though, this Sonic though.
That's fucked up, bro.
Cocky ass Knuckles.
that's
All right.
Superman 64.
I think it's about that time for
But
us
next,
to get the.
but Chase, officially next week we're doing this.
Next week we going randomly pick the person,
Now.
the grab bag joint. We're gonna pick the game, and we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna get the person the access to the game. We'll have 2 weeks from next Wednesday to actually get these 6 hours in. We'll see how the first one goes, and we'll take it from there.
Oh, Lord.
Shit's about to go left out here though. Cause like we gotta talk like once the 2 weeks is
Yeah.
over, we gotta talk about that shit like, and I need the footage to show. Like, it has to be your footage.
That ass.
So, all right, let's go ahead and get the show outros. Nick, don't think you safe sitting over there either, bro.
Wait, what?
Ricky gonna come back next week. Watch.
No, I'm gonna email Nick directly. Yo, you gotta play this, fam.
No, I actually would want to play those games. Like I'm gonna have a lot of time since I'm not gonna be playing basketball anymore. So like my time's gonna be like open.
Bro,
Like,
did y'all see how his earring just glisten, yo? Did y'all see?
Right,
that
you
shit?
seen the blink?
Yo. Yo. All right, so let's go ahead and get the outros out the way. Nick, go ahead, outro.
okay, thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. And if you like to know about things going on in the world, or just talking about funny videos and stuff, or funny sketches and skits and things like that, subscribe to my channel. I think, trying to hit this 100K before maybe 2017 is over.
Let's go.
That's all I got though. Thank you.
All right. Barry,
All right, y'all.
he said,
What's up, y'all? Just thanks for having me out. Check out the channel. You guys are definitely, again, been showing me a lot of love on my channel. Keep it up, man. We're finally getting to the swing of things there. Finally know how I want to run my channel. And really, really good feedback from y'all. So just keep it up. We're trying to get 100K by 2017.
I'm sleep.
My man got goals, yo.
Let's
I
go.
ain't even mad at you, yo.
Right. Can't even
All
hate,
right.
bruh.
Abel.
All right, thank you guys for coming through. Make sure you like the video and let them know we're out here talking games. Shout out to my boy Nick. Shout out to my boy Barry. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming through. Shout out to Prof's return. And
Prof!
My bad. Yeah. So we had a great time talking. Next week should be interesting. So get it
All right.
going.
Ricky.
All right, man. Just once again, Nick and Barry, thank you for coming through, man. Yeah, definitely gonna get this work, even if you're not on the podcast next week. Don't matter. But yeah, shout out to everybody here. We had a great show. I'm live streaming some 2K, and not sure if the fellas want to join me. I know Prof is playing NHL, but definitely join if y'all down. I don't know if Chase gonna be available, but Nick, I know he's gonna pick.
Yeah,
LeBron.
I'll be in there for with you, Ricky.
No doubt, no doubt. So I'm gonna start this up right now, fellas. Thanks for having me. We out here.
Prophecy.
God, nigga, back. You know what I'm saying? Finally got in there stable. You know what I'm saying? I'm still building the PC. I only need 3 more parts left. I'll probably have it built by next month.
Yeah, I got
need that Pokemon Go news and everything. Come holler at your boy. Trying to get 100K by tomorrow, so don't forget to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, nigga.
All right, so we're going to see y'all next episode, GMG episode 125.